What up, what up, what up, everybody? Man, we had a situation going on my screen. What's up, Mario?
You get it fixed.
Yeah, we're good now. I had to bring my call my technician, my son. My whole second screen and everything went out. So you guys knew I had to rush off. I wasn't feeling good, man, and I'm better now, and here we are. So, so I wanna bring some attention to something, right? I'm gonna shout some of you guys out, but but I want to bring something up, right? So let me bring up my live stream from earlier today. Let's see, where is it? And we're going to talk about it. Let's see. Yeah, friend, we're gonna talk about your comment today. If I can get this shit to work. Ah, jeez, man, it's not working right. Hang on, let me go a different direction. Fran says I knew it. Well, no, Fran, because here's the thing, though, right? If you think that, then other people think that, right? So I'm gonna show you guys some proof and documentation, right? Oh, wait, I fucked up. Damn it. Let's see. Yeah, shit, man. I did something earlier, man, and fucking I felt bad as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna tell you what I had to go do. That shit sucked. Like I got all dizzy and I was just all the way fucked up. So let me pause this shit. All right, perfect. Perfect, people, perfect. I'm not turning on no sound because we don't need no motherfucking echo. Let me shout some of you guys out. Beetle Bailey, what up? What up? Would you be interested in making AI videos? I made an AI video before Beetle Bailey. I made a, which I don't even listen to country song, but country goes good with trucking. I actually made a country song which I played on here. It's called The Broke Trucker. She was crazy. What up, Stanza? Lil T, what up, what up? What up, Victor? Victor says, man, I'm hating these trolls that are coming in here because I'm losing out on listening to your knowledge, SoCal, because I ain't got your membership. It's all good, bro. It's all good. Trolls don't affect us here, really. What up, SoCal? Two lives one day. You're feeling better? Yeah, bro. I didn't mean to get off as early as I did, bro, but dude, something hit me pretty bad and I was sweating and dizzy and lightheaded and all kinds of some stuff, man. So I had to hurry up and get off and get better, and now I'm back. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, everyone from Great White North. What up? What up? I'll make you uncomfortable. What up? What up, Alex? I hats up, Mr. Soka. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Let's see. That's good that you're feeling better. Yeah, yeah. So Fran made a comment. God damn it. No, I'm in my own world. Only a few can think like me. The funniest shit was I was on the phone with James Best, and when I read your comment, I said, "You know what?" I said, "I'm gonna go live," and he was like, "Man, SoCal." I said, "No, man." I said, "People need to know this." So if we look, so we just did the live stream today, right? We got Prime up here and shit, right? Talking about this shit, right? And then Fran says, y'all sound so silly. Megas have more company drivers than anything. You think they grow a $1 billion business off of a few owner operators who half of them don't go to work? Which that shit was funny as a motherfucker, right? Y'all funny. No wonder you're failing. obviously I text her and I said, I'm not failing. And read the story. And here's the thing. I read the whole story on Prime, right? Maybe I did a whole video on it. Maybe you guys need to check that out. And she also said that I didn't understand business, or maybe you guys didn't understand business. And most of you should be company drivers, just saying. So I'm going to show you guys something. What up, TBE? What up, Slim? So I'm going to show you guys something. Fuck what I say, right? It don't matter what I say. But, and I've heard, here's the thing though, right? Sometimes when I talk, I ain't going to say 100% of the time, but most of the time when I talk, I know what I'm talking about, right? Or maybe I've even did research, right? So, but I know Prime's story, right? Because it in the story on the video I did years ago, because if you remember LaShawn Parks used to say, bring up the owner of Prime, whatever the fuck his name was, right?
Rob
And
Lowe.
like what's his name?
Rob Lowe.
Yeah, Rob Lowe. And he wanted to be like Rob Lowe, right? So I actually looked into this dude and found the whole situation out there. When he first started, he bought a cash truck, dump truck, he sold it, something happened. His mom had to get involved. They couldn't make it when he was trying to grow the business. Next thing you know, he created this leasing, and it says in the whole story that leasing saved his business. But that's for you guys to look up. There's my video's in it somewhere. So when I looked it up, it says Prime has more lease drivers than company drivers, as 80% of their trucks are. Oh, God damn, I can't even fucking talk right, man. I got this medicine in me. Let me start over. Prime has more lease drivers. Let me just bring this shit up and I'll just read it to you guys. Fuck it. Let's see. But anyway, they got 80% lease drivers and 20% company. Prime Inc. Can't even type today, man. And there's just, so you guys can learn something, right? Because I don't want you guys thinking around here that's all fucked up. Drivers for company drivers. All right. Let me bring this motherfucker up. We can read it together. What up, Brandon? So right here, friend, Prime Inc. has more lease drivers than company drivers. With 80% of its trucks driven by lease operators, this means the lease drivers outnumber company drivers by, a pretty big margin, right? So if lease drivers, Fran, is 80%, that means company drivers are 20%. But again, Fran said in my comment section, y'all sound so silly. Megas have more company drivers than anything. You think they grow a $1 billion business off of a few owner operators who half of them don't even go to work. Y'all funny. No wonder you're failing. You don't understand business, and most of you should be company drivers. I'm just saying. So if you do your own Google right here, Google, does Prime Inc. have more lease drivers than company drivers? It's right here. Just for you, Fran. Just for you. There it is. If you guys can see this, put a 1 in the chat. Francis, you can't trust AI. You know AI is leftist. No, it's a fact. Like if you look up how he started his business and do his like I did. I did all the research on them way back and made a video because things are being said about Prime that wasn't true, and so I know about that shit.
Please remember I mortgaged everything.
What's that?
I said, please remember I mortgaged everything.
Yeah, let me see. What's your guys' take on it though? Yeah, one second. I'm on this medicine. I apologize, man. I'm fucked up. Story. God damn, I can't type for shit. Let's see. I mean, let's see. Let's see. There's Jason. God damn, bro. Because everybody got guys. Just talk in the goddamn comment section, man. Just talk in the comment section. You guys are texting my fucking phone, blowing up people's eardrums, bro. Just comment in the comment section. Goddamn Justin Lewis, he's at goddamn marathon. This crazy ass fool. Please stop texting me. If you're texting me this shit, I know you're watching. Anyway, shit. If you don't go to work as an owner operator, the carrier will probably fire you. And that is a fact. Let me put this link out for you guys. Mario had his own personal link. So does Jason. Um, but what's your thoughts on this shit? Number one, and this is gonna be like an open panel, right? What's your thoughts? There's no right or wrong. Oh shit! Look who's in the building. Come up here, Kersey. Hi, SoCal and all. Come up here if you can, Kersey. I appreciate you joining today. We're talking about Prime and everybody else on leasing and all that.
She's
Come over
like the
here and
Mrs. Frizzle of trucking to me for some reason.
oh my god, bro! I'm about to turn this fucking phone off. This phone was quiet the whole fucking time, bro. And then as soon as I hit the live button, well, you know the story. Go ahead, Mario. Speak your piece, Mario.
What? No, I just said trucking Kirsty. She's like the Miss Frizzle, the magic school bus of trucking. Jump on the
What up,
magic
Kersey?
school bus.
Can you hear me?
I can
Yes,
hear
we
you. How
hear
are you
you.
doing?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. Thank you. Good afternoon.
So, good afternoon. So, really, good afternoon. Shit, yeah, it's 1 o'clock here. So, really quick, guys. So, Kersey has a YouTube channel. Kersey, if you can you put the link in the comments so they know how to follow you?
Oh, that's sweet. Thanks.
Anytime,
Uh,
anytime. So,
yeah.
what is your take? You saw I just looked up about O Prime. They have 80% lease drivers and 20% company drivers. Is that true or false? You know, it's funny. I'm trying to look up the story. Let's see. $20 million mansion. This guy's got a 20. Oh, that's just YouTubers fucking creating some shit. Interview successful prime drivers. She is a successful prime driver, and I've had prime drivers up. Marco is successful in prime. But the prime today is not the prime that it used to be. I don't know if we lost Kershey's, if she lost her signal or what.
She's still showing on the screen.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Oh, you know what? She probably did. She probably bounced off the StreamYard to get back on YouTube to try to share her link or something.
Probably.
Yep, she just put her link in. There it is. She'll be back right here. I made more money as a company driver than I do as a one truck carrier, but I see my family 10 times more as a carrier. Mercer and Landstar, that's the business model. That's a good business model, in my opinion. What is? Kersey said, what? Yeah, that's what I did. Won't let me back. Bounce me. Well, rein her back in. Come back in. Get the link again. I'll bring it back. But there's her link. She's been, I mean, I'm trying to let her speak for herself, but she's been in Prime like a long time, just like Marco. There she is.
Sorry about that. But
No
yeah,
apologies needed.
there are plenty of people at Prime that are quote unquote successful, but everybody's idea of success is different. What I consider to be successful and you do may be two different things. And it also depends on where you're located. So, you know, in New Jersey, you got to make $100,000 a year. If you're not making that, you're not going to be successful. But if you're in Louisiana, you could get away with $80,000 a year, you're successful. So that's one thing. There are plenty of people at
Oh, hold up. We lost your audio.
what?
There you go. Your audio's back.
Oh, yeah. But there are plenty of people that bought trucks, that bought fleets, and they're completely happy, you know. But Prime is only 6% company now. 6%.
Damn,
And they,
6% company?
yeah. And they talked all these people into first it was lease a truck, then it was lease purchase a truck, then it was build a fleet. And now that they don't have any company drivers, these people have multiple trucks. How do you find somebody to drive your truck? So then they're telling them, well, recruit or train and then put those people in your truck. And Prime won't assist them in trying to match them up with drivers for their trucks.
Yeah.
So there's a big problem with that. I don't like the fact that they're putting more and more responsibility on that lease driver for their students and for any co-drivers, for anybody that's on their truck. So these mini fleet people now, they don't only pay for the salary and the employer tax, the 7.5% employer tax, the workman's comp, but they now also pay for the Prime's portion of the health benefits and Prime's portion of that person's 401k. So
Damn.
it could literally cost you up to 90 cents a mile to pay somebody 60 cents a mile to drive your truck, while in the same time your operation costs are about $1.36 a mile. So how the heck are you supposed to make money? Because that, and you know, I don't know if you know Driveline, Eric Odom. He said in one of his videos that I don't know anything about lease purchasing and mini fleets because I never did it. The heck I don't. I read the damn contracts, 72 pages. I know a lot more than a lot of them, and I wound up teaching them how to read their 20-page settlements. Okay, I know how much they make. Now, in order to make decent money, you have to never go home. And there are some people that do that. And I'm not going to say they don't make money once the truck is paid off, but that's 3 years that you have to work and not go home. I mean,
And how long have you been with Prime?
I was there 10 years.
10 years.
I was there 10 years. I did 3 years on the driver advisory board. I trained 78 people. I have 600 Prime drivers in my phone right now. And I
How
have
many?
thousands, 600. And I have thousands, when I say thousands, of settlements from Prime drivers. There are some Prime drivers, I kid you not, that only made 15 cents a mile for months at a time. There are some that made 25 cents a mile. There are some that are making 80 cents a mile. It's all relative to, you know, how you're driving, how you're running, how serious you are. But the idea of, oh, well, you can be your own boss and you can go home when you want, it's BS. It's total BS. And like now they're making changes where it was always you could reject a load. Well, if you reject too many loads, they let you sit because the contract doesn't say they have to give you a load. One of the
Really?
operations manager told my friend, your contract says you can reject the load. It doesn't say I have to give you one, so I can make you wait days. Go ahead, reject the next load and see what happens. Now, do I
Now, really quick, can you hear me? Hello?
was told
There you
this?
go.
Absolutely. Hello?
Your
Yeah.
audio cut in out. But let
So,
me ask you a
so,
question real
oh,
quick. Real quick.
mm-hmm.
Um, and this is up to you. Okay. My email's on the bottom down there.
Mm-hmm.
If not, I can ask Marco. He could probably, but he quit before you quit. Um, but if you still have the contract, and if you don't mind, or some settlements where we can block out the people's name and personal information, even I can do that. Let me know. It's up to you. You don't say yes or no, but there's my email if you want to send it. It's up to you. But
Oh, I'll send you
um,
email. I'll send you settlements. I got plenty of settlements. I've posted them.
okay.
And I've had people on my show that talked about him, and and I was called a liar. And I'm like, how is that a liar? I'm showing you the guy made 58 cents a mile. How is that a lie? It's in black and white. And if you don't
Now,
believe it, then it's your fault, you know?
are you allowed to send the prime contract or no? Since you're gone already.
Well, it's not my contract. It was just it was just one. You can pull it off the website. They used to have them over on the Success Leasing website. That's how I got it originally.
Hmm.
So they advertised it. But if you notice, they don't have their safety meetings online anymore because they don't want people to see what they're acting like. And you want to hear something else that's crazy? Now,
Sure.
if you can't go home now unless you have money in your e-fund to cover your home time. And
What?
you also can't reject a load if you're on a regional route. So they'll tell you, well, you're on Southeast Regional, so you can't reject the load. You have to take this load. And if you don't have the money in your home time, matter of fact, I had a friend who had his truck paid off. Okay, and paid off, and he went home for a couple weeks. His fleet manager didn't realize the truck was paid off and threatened to repo the truck. And he was
Ooh,
like,
I
"What do you
love to been a
mean?"
fly on the wall on that with that one.
Yeah, exactly. And he was like, "Excuse me?" You know what he did? He walked out into the truck. He took it to the dealership, had them remove the camera and the geotab, packed it up, sent it back to them, and said, "Fine, guess what? Now I'm not prime anymore." And he went on another friend's authority. So they actually threatened. He says, that's Grand Theft Auto. Go ahead. In my state, that's enough of a Grand Theft Auto. I'll charge you with stealing my truck. But they're so disorganized now, they don't even know who owns the trucks, if the trucks are paid off or anything. I was a company driver on a mini fleet, and Road Assist called me up and said, hi, do you have the name and the phone number of the person that owns your truck? I'm like, what?
Death Row Trucking.
You don't you don't know who owns my truck? They didn't realize I was a company driver. Only the fleet manager knew I was a company driver on that truck. That's how disorganized they are now. And it wasn't this bad before a couple years ago. I
No,
love the company.
there's a lot of changes that happen. Like they dogged out my dude Marco, man. Like, you guys can. Oh, there's Marco calling right now. Hang on a second. Hey, Marco. Hey, are you able to hit the link and come up real quick? We're talking about Prime or no? Okay. Yeah, you don't have to put the camera on or nothing as long as they can hear your voice.
All right. I think I lost you there.
Well, we hear you now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's been a lot of changes and they don't care. And I hear that there's even more people retiring.
Thanks. Okay, brother. Thanks. All right, bro. Yeah, so I didn't like what they did to Marco, man. So the black truck that I have, the 22 Freightliner, he actually Prime actually let him order that his way. Air ride front end, like it's got everything he wanted on a truck.
Hmm.
And then he was close to paying it off. Well, first of all, they for no reason they told him when he had his fleet that they didn't want him driving no more because they wanted his medical records way back from when he was in the military. Way back for trucking, way back for everything. They wanted his military records, or they wanted his medical records from way back then. He's like, "Fuck you guys, man! I'm not doing that shit. You guys don't need that shit." And so they
I
wouldn't let
never
him come
heard of
back and
that.
drive. Yeah, that's
Wow.
what they did to him.
That's
And
crazy. I
then,
never heard that before.
yeah, here he is right here. What up, Marco?
What's up? Working as
So
always.
Marco worked at Prime, had a fleet of Prime, and Kersey worked at Prime.
Yeah, I was a
So
company driver on 2 different mini fleets. So,
fleets. Marco,
Different mini fleets.
tell him your story about what happened to you as far as how they said they wanted your medical from way back in the military days, and then when
Yeah.
your
So
truck was
so
almost paid off, they stopped giving you work and shit and trying to starve you out.
yeah. So pretty much, I was there for almost about 10 years, like 10 consecutive years. Um, uh, Pretty much, I had to go into the hospital. Wasn't feeling too well, and I let them know that I was admitting myself into the hospital. And when I got back, you know, they said, "Hey, you got to do a safety class and law class and everything." So I went ahead and I did all that. Let them know I was ready for dispatch. And they went ahead and told me, well, you know, you just came out the hospital. We need your medical records. You know, we need to see your medical records and why you were actually in the hospital. And I strictly explained to them. I said I don't have to give y'all anything, and the reason being is because I'm underneath y'all, but I'm under the owner operator side. You know, like I'm doing my own thing. You know, everything's fine. And I got a doctor's note from my doctor, you know, saying I was in from this time to that time and I got released and everything's good. I'm eligible to go right back to work. And that wasn't good enough for them. So they wanted my full medical records from when I went into the hospital to when I actually got released from the hospital. Like they wanted like the full detail of everything. And I told them that's a violation of HIPAA. You know,
right.
I don't have to release that. Now, if I was a company driver underneath them, you know, and if I was two things, if I was a company driver underneath them, and I happened to actually use their doctor as my actual doctor, then that's a different story. Does that make sense? You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I understand what you're saying, and I'm just going to clarify for the audience here in case they're not familiar with Prime. Prime does have outside carriers carrying their freight. So what I'm assuming that you're saying is you were part of the advanced, what we call the A fleet, where you ran under your own authority and your own numbers. That's
No,
what you're telling me?
I ran under their authority.
Okay, so you
I
ran
ran
under
under
your
their authority.
authority. Well, see,
Yeah, I ran underneath
yeah.
their authority, right? So the thing is, you have the right to pick and choose who you want to have as your doctor. Do you understand what I mean? So
Yeah, I get that.
at the time, the doctor that they had was I forgot his name and everything, but they had Cardinal Sleep. Is what
Yeah,
it was, right?
it was Trinity. It was
Yeah, Trinity and
Trinity.
Cardinal Sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but technically, they're still allowed to set their own parameters, but they should have contacted your doctor and told your doctor what the parameters were. Because if you have a diagnosis, this happened to me when I wound up getting surgery, right? If you have a diagnosis, say you're diabetic, you're running under their authority. They still have the right to have that doctor verify that you're acceptable under their parameters. Even though FMCSA sets certain medications, for example, for like bipolar medications are actually legal. but the company itself gets to determine which medications are accepted under their authority. So the doctor should have had the parameters that Prime was willing to accept. That way, you're not turning documentation over to them, because you're right, that's a violation of HIPAA, but they still get the right to set their parameters. So, like, it's possible that, say, like with the bipolar, Swift might say they don't want to accept bipolar medication at all, but Prime will. That's their right under the law. So I could see them saying that once you get a diagnosis, you're supposed to get a new physical done. Your diagnosis now, basically invalidates your DOT card. So I got surgery over a female thing. I had a tumor on my ovary, and it turned out it wasn't cancerous, but I still had to go get a new physical. And it would have happened anyway, no matter where I was, because once you have a diagnosis, you need a new physical. But once you had a physical that they could have told your doctor, they could have sent your doctor something that said, here's the criteria we're looking for. Does this patient meet that? Does this driver meet that?
I understand that.
So real quick, regardless if he was working there or not, right? So let's get past that part, because when you have a fleet, regardless of the situation, when people do you dirty, they do you dirty, right? So let's get past that, Marco. So you didn't want to show them the medical stuff, so they didn't want to work you. Now let's talk about your fleet of trucks and what kind of work they're giving you, and let's talk about the black truck, how they were starving you out and getting you in debt and everything else.
Yeah, so pretty much everything was good. Everything was good until I went into the hospital, right? So after I went to the hospital, they was just giving me like the runaround. You know what I mean? I got a new DOT medical card. You understand what I'm saying? That wasn't an issue. I was due for one anyways. I did all that, followed everything that they wanted me to do, but released the medical records. And they were just giving me a jerk around, pretty much, So long story short, they threatened to release me, is what it came down to. It's either you give us this or we're going to release you, But yeah, so I ran over there.
You have?
Hang on one second.
I had 3 trucks underneath them. 3 trucks.
Yeah, let's get through the story and then we can ask the questions. But we got to get through the story before he loses the service.
So I had 3 trucks underneath them, but everything was running good. Money was coming in. It was pretty steady. There's ups and there's downs. Trucks were staying running, and after I got out, they pretty much what they did was they stopped running. They stopped running my operation, should we say? Of money coming in. Trucks being paid for, and consistent revenue. So they dropped my revenue to about half. Right. So if you're making, let's just say you're making $8,000 per truck, solo, right, gross a week, it will drop down to $4,000. And then $4,000, it'll be like, okay, well, you did $4,000 this week. Somehow you owe them money, right? Some way, shape, or form. The driver got to get paid, the truck got to get paid, fuels got to get paid, workers' comp, everything else. And then you just dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. So it went from like 1 week to the next week, to the next week, to the next week. And then the revenue kept on dropping and dropping and dropping. Next thing I know, it was all of a sudden, there's no freight. They'll give me 1 load just to cover the truck payment, but the rest is negative. Or just about to cover the truck payment, and the rest is negative. So I was falling into the negative, and they toured around with me for about 2 years doing that. So doing so, I left. I went elsewhere. I had my own trailer. I was making money, and then they wanted me to send payments on over to them, on a weekly basis. Otherwise, the truck was going to be surrendered over, pretty much, So, they were getting their money. Things were going all right and well. And then next thing I know, it was just like the truck kept on going negative and negative and negative, like every week. No matter how hard I try to take care of stuff, no matter how hard my drivers try to take care of things, somehow the truck was still negative every week. Nothing was adding up, And then whenever I would call over, nobody would want to answer the phone. So yeah, it was a jerk around for about 2 years. So one thing I learned is that if you do decide to go lease purchase, that first year, or even if you're doing leasing in general, that first year you're going to make money. That's gonna be the most money you ever make in your trucking career, because the catch is to keep you hooked and addicted, right? And then once you start training, they're gonna feed you. As soon as you stop training, you get punished. As soon as you start getting punished, then what's happening is they start starving you to where you're only making just enough money to you to pretty much just feed yourself, you know, feed yourself and maybe a couple bills here and there, and that's about it. And then it's like, oh, you want to train, but if you trained, you would make X, Y, Z, you know. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much it on that. But the first year you make a lot of money. The second year they're gonna slow you down some. And if your lease purchase agreement is 3 years or 4 years, then it's all going to vary on what they're going to do. Mine's were always 3 years. I never liked that 4 year term, because it was just like that 4 year mark. It's when your truck will pretty much be out of warranty. 4 years, 600,000 miles is what the warranty is. And I'm just like, I'm not even trying to even deal with that. I'm trying to be as much profitable by that third year when that truck's paid for, to whether I want to buy another one or do whatever I want to do with the money at the time. So that last year, that last like year and a half of you owing money to them, they slow you down so much to where you're almost starving. So luckily for me, I had trucks that were paid for, so it didn't affect me as much. But now once they got rid of me, the truck that was paid for, that was covering the difference in revenue, right, taking profitability out of my pocket, was covering all the expense. They went ahead and the truck would just be negative. So again, like 3 trucks, if you're making 24 grand in a week, next thing you know, they're like, oh, well, we can't do this, oh, we can't do that. There's no freight for this, there's no freight for that. Hang on, I'm just backing up right now. A sec.
No, you're all good, bro. You're all good.
Oh yeah, multitasking. So they'll tell you there's no freight in these areas, but we want you to deadhead all the way across the country, just so you can either one, repower a load, pick up an empty trailer, a new trailer, or some freight that's not existing, or they're hoping that's going to be existing at the time, by the time you get there. And then they ask you for an ETA. Sometimes by the time you give an ETA, you may be sitting there 3 days, 4 days. You might have 3 or 4 resets. I remember one time I said at one customer, I was there a whole week.
Wow.
Literally, I
This
sat
is
there a whole
common.
week.
Your
know?
story's common. Yeah, I hear you. Your story is common. I
A
hear it all the
whole
time.
week. And so I also lost my, when they got rid of me, I lost my my incentive. I lost all my incentives. So my ability to buy new trucks at, I think my buying power to buy a brand new truck, just basic spec, no add-ons, no nothing, was like, I think it was like $7,000 down, and I can order a brand new truck because I was there for so long. That was like my cap. And then you just stop there, and then whatever add-ons you wanted, you would pay additional for. But obviously, as you know, if you're starting off new there, they're gonna want $14,000, $15,000 down from the get-go. And then the longer you're there, yeah, plus the add-ons. But if you just want a truck, you just want any truck you may want that's available to you, that they're gonna, should we say, issue to you, or one that you may want to order, just a basic truck is gonna cost you 14, 15 grand down. And you could actually go on their Success Leasing website and make up a truck number and make up a driver code and make up an email address and phone number and all this other stuff, and you can actually see what it's actually going to cost you. But if you're actually working there, you can actually put in your real information, and it gives you like a little spec sheet of what you may choose and your add-ons are and all this other stuff. And then it literally tells you how you're actually going to do your payments. And I think they want like $5,000 down, like up front, if you want add-ons. Like, so it'd be like 15 grand up front and an additional 5 grand up front, just to be sure that you're actually going to be ordering a truck. And you'll actually back down from it, because it has happened before in the past where drivers will actually order a truck and they'll say, okay, the truck will be here in 90 days or months or 1 year, whenever it may get here, right? They let you know a rough time frame, and you get to pick and choose the date on when you want the truck to be delivered. And all the trucks are going to be arriving in Springfield, Missouri. So 9 times out of 10, your truck will be there. I would say about 2 weeks to a month early before you actually know, until they actually want to release it to you and say, hey, your truck is here. And the reason being is because it's got to go through stripes and stuff, which is pretty much their decal professional who does all their decals. So you see all the prime trucks down the road, they're looking pretty nice. And besides having prime ink right on the side of them, you know, like how my trucks were, they were all pretty much different. They
They
got to get
also
all that done.
change the tires. They take them from duals
Yeah,
to super
yeah,
singles and charge
yep,
you for it, even though you didn't
yep.
ask
So
for it.
so the thing is, that is their standard. Again, like you were talking about earlier, like what they want.
Mhm.
So when the trucks come in new, they all come with dual tires from the get go, right from the factory. They come in and they come with dual tires. They take them off, and they're all different brands, from Michelin's to Bridgestone to Goodyear to Yokohama. I mean, you name it. They're all different brands that they come in with, and that's how they actually stock up their inventory. Then what they go ahead and they take those tires and they sell it to the drivers, or they put them on their trailers and they turn around and they sell them. So you get to pick and choose if you want duals or if you want super singles. Now, if you're gonna want duals, they're gonna charge you a little more money because the end goal is for you to have super singles. You know, but I really didn't care. My truck it went from super singles to duals, and that was the option I had when I bought my first truck. They told me, "What do you want?" And this is like way back when. Do you want duals or you want super singles? You told them what you wanted, and you didn't get to pick the name brand or anything like that. But they went ahead and they hooked you up, and they gave you a whole new set of 10 new wheels that were all the same. Um, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like, you're gonna make money, but that last year and a half, 2 years in, they will starve you. They will starve you to the point of where if you want to go home, you're punished. You know, um, you'll make money. The trick is you got to stay out 6 weeks or more. I usually tell people, if you want to make money doing this, stay as a company driver. Train, make your bread. You can make over 2 grand a week or more if you're actually training the way you need to be training. That's easy money. Less money paying taxes and more money in your pocket at the end of the day. You want to go owner operator and buy a truck, pay cash for a truck, get one right through them. In 1 year's time, you should have enough money put away as long as your bills are structural. But if you don't have husband, wife, kids, none of that, home to even live in, you're living right out of the truck, there's no reason why you can't buy a truck cash. And I used to teach other people, even mini fleets as well, like how to buy more trucks. Like, what was my secret? How did I build up my capital the way I did?
Now,
And what I would
real quick, how many trucks did you pay off?
3 trucks.
3 trucks. Was it easy or was it hard?
It wasn't easy. This is not a overnight thing. This is something you sacrifice it all. Birthdays, anniversaries, holidays. I mean, you name it. I was on the road 365. If I went home under a load, and I did a reset. And then when I did a
Next
reset, I delivered
question.
that load so super early.
Next question for the both of you guys, right? From when you guys started this go all the way back 7 years ago. The prime 7 years ago to the time you guys left prime, was there a difference in prime? And if so, what was
There's a
it?
fucking huge difference. Huge difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Integrity. One, the money you're making, what SoCal, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're making money over there. I showed you my e-fund. We talked about it. I
Mm-hmm.
bought a truck off of you, right? Paid cash for that truck right up front. You know.
It wasn't
So
just
the money I
integrity.
was
I
making.
also, Mhm. I think it was
Oh,
arrogance
hang on. I'll
too.
finish this and I'll let you talk.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
yeah, it's
I
it's it's it
I
was it was
think it
the
was
honesty
arrogance
and
too.
everything.
Right. So it used
Yeah.
to be that we could go to management and say, "Hey, I have a problem. This isn't working." And sometimes it was just miscommunication, sometimes it was incompetence, but you could go and the problem would get fixed. Now it's just they don't even want to listen, and all the managers are all retiring over the last 2 years. He just said the last 2 years, and guess what? That's what I told you too. In 2023 is when the higher up management start retiring. And each one that replaced them wanted to be the big man in chief. And they all made decisions that countered each other, and they didn't communicate with each other. So that's a big issue. And I can actually attest to what he just said about the $4,000 a week on the lease on the mini fleet truck I was on. It was a lease purchase. Um, it was not mine. I was a company driver, but I saw the revenue. No matter what I did, I couldn't get above $4,200 average a week. And I'm talking average. So yeah, one week I would get 7,000, and the next week it would be 2,200 for the revenue that week. They kept it. It's $4,200 average a week for the 12 weeks I had that truck. No
Yeah,
matter
they
what
don't
I
want you
did.
running so many miles. They don't want
Hmm.
you
Hang on, Marco.
over so many
Your
miles a
signal.
week. If you stop,
Hang on, Marco. Your catch.
go ahead.
Let your
You
signal
good?
catch up. Go ahead. Your signal's back. Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead, go ahead,
Over
Marco.
so many miles. If you try
Dang, we
doing
lost
that,
your signal.
you're
Hang
you're
on. Hang on.
you are a red
Shit, lost
flag.
your signal again.
Hang on.
Hang on, real quick.
Let me
What up?
hop. Let me hop my pickup. Give me a sec. I just.
Yeah. Hang on one second,
So
Marco. What up? Hang on one second, Chrissy. What up, hippie?
What's up?
Chilling, man. Chilling. You know,
I don't know if
I
you
was talking to
remember that
James.
we spoke
Go ahead.
about 6.5 or 7 years ago on the phone before I was even thinking about getting into trucking.
Oh, okay.
is that Lyle? That sounds like Lyle. Yeah, it
Yep.
is. Okay. Hi, Lyle. I love Lyle.
What's up?
I got a
Go ahead,
text over
Marco.
here. Give me a sec. I'm just gonna.
Finish what you're gonna say, Marco, since you got a signal now. Huh? Marco. All right, he's off. All right, Kirsty, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say one thing that I think some people get trapped in, though, is that lease completion bonus. He talked about he
Man,
lost his incentives. It's also the lease completion bonus. So that money is not a bonus, it's a cent per mile they take every week and put into an escrow account. It's your money. So if you walk away, yeah, you have a walk away lease, but you're losing your money. And they put that money on your phone app so you can see it. So I personally don't think anybody should go lease or try to buy a truck until they do a full year out here and decide whether or not they can handle the sacrifice. You know, Marco was just over there talking about missing birthdays and holidays and things like that. That's really tough for people. And they come out here and think, oh, I'm going to be an owner op and I'm just going to get,
Is someone
do what I
echoing?
want.
Hang on. Do one of you guys still have your YouTube up?
Nope.
No.
All right. Jamarcus, what's going on?
What's up, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, man. Just chilling, big chilling. But really quick, so I was talking to James, man. I think once a week, I just want to open up the panel for everybody to just jump on and just say whatever they want to say about trucking, whatever, good, bad, or indifferent. You know, whatever it's for, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just open it up so people can, say what they want to say and let the words get out if that makes sense. But go ahead, man. What you gotta say, Marcus? Hello, Marcus.
Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second.
Hippie, what's up, bro? Go ahead, brother. Are you busy eating?
Oh, no, I'm chilling, man. I'm eating this brisket on home time. But listen,
Oh, I'm seeing it. Goddamn it, I'm seeing it. I'm jealous.
there's a lot of reasons why not to lease at Prime. I'm going to be the first one to admit that. But if you go there with the goal and get these trucks paid off, like I actually went to go look to buy a truck before I was going to do it at Prime. And just if you, and I can send you the contract if you ever needed to see that. But the price of that, what I could buy it for going through Prime and all that, I couldn't even touch that going through a dealer, and personally, I've never had the problem. So this could be luck. It could be, my fleet manager or whatever. But I have never complained about the revenue that my truck is generating. Now, I was stupid enough to have some other people drive for me. That's a totally different situation. But I've
Tell it.
never,
What's
ever
going on?
complained about the money at Prime. Ever. Nobody could ever say that I've said that the money wasn't, I wasn't making enough money at Prime.
Well, today I'll start the rumor. Hey guys, hippie. No, I'm just kidding.
But I understand what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
I understand I'm
The
not
more
a
the
true owner-operator,
Yeah.
and I don't try to act like that. A lot of people flex that owner-operator title and all this kind of stuff. Even though I have a truck that's paid for, I still don't consider myself an owner-operator.
Rick.
What up, Lyle?
What's up?
What you doing, man?
Come on, Marcus. Speak your piece, man. What's up? What's up? You're on the stage.
Is that my phone making that noise or somebody else?
Somebody's phone. I can find out. Let me mute one of you guys at a time. Hang on. Don't do nothing, guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it wasn't Shamarcus. Whatever it is, it's gone now. So, hippie, fucking good brothers in the comment section. No,
Like
the whole
the
thing,
last
man.
time I talked to you.
What happened, Shamarcus? Go ahead, brother. I'm
The
sorry.
last time we talked, I told you this trucking thing ain't no one size fit all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's situation is different. You know what I'm saying? So I was listening to everybody, just pretty much, I ain't gonna say bashing Prime, but
No, they're telling their story. Everybody has a different story, right?
Right, but a lot of times, a lot of stories, they get misconstrued because the information that they're giving out is not all the way 100% accurate. Just like when you was telling the story about Marco, you left out the medical card part. So now once that detail start coming in,
What part did I leave
now
out? He did his medical card and gave it to him.
I'm saying, but they wanted. What I'm saying is that part was that made the difference of the truth of that story. You know what I'm saying? So
Tell me how, if he did the medical card and he turned it in. So if I spoke on the medical card or didn't, if he didn't turn it in, the story I'm really trying to tell about what they did to him had nothing to do with the medical card. So how would that change?
The picture was that they did him dirty and they were starving him out his fleet and stuff like that. But
Which they did.
When he was speaking, he said, "Okay, well, the reason that I got kicked off is because I didn't want to give him my medical information." So that is a key piece of information. So they didn't just fire you. It's a reason that they fire you because
they let me go. They let me go because I don't want to give them my medical records in the hospital.
Hang on, Marco. Hang on. I'm gonna let you address this, but hang on, because this is at me real quick. So just so you know, I did say that about the medical. I did say that, but here's the thing. But here's the thing, Shamarcus. Check this out. Check this out. Hang on. Check this out. It don't matter if somebody. I got a fleet, right? I don't drive, so should my guys starve the fuck out because I don't drive? If you guys have a fleet at Prime and you choose not to drive, or they don't want you to drive, like that should have nothing to do with your fleet over there making money.
Right. So I have a fleet. I got 4 trucks. 3 of them which are paid off. So if anybody talk about fleets, you should be talking about people that's completed and actually done the work to get the fleet done. You can't just go and just talk to random people and think you're gonna get accurate information about stuff. So
who's random? But who's random people? Marco's been there for 10 years. He paid trucks off. He paid 3 trucks off.
All right.
So who's the random person we speak of? I open up the panel for anybody.
Where is he now?
Regardless of where he is now, he paid 3 trucks off at Prime. Regardless of where he decides to do after that is different. Just because you guys stayed at Prime, right? I mean, and I appreciate you guys coming on real quick with your story, right? I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people they don't get on the panel. But the whole thing is this. Hang on. Hang on a second. I will let you finish.
All right, go ahead.
the whole reason why I'm up here, number one, was to finish my last live stream. But number two, Fran said there's more company drivers than lease drivers. So I looked it up, as I already knew, and they have more lease drivers than company drivers. That's what this conversation was on this live stream. That's what this is all about. If you look at the thumbnail, it says lease and company. That's what this whole live stream was about. Now, Kirsty got on and started telling her story at Prime. So now I got detoured. So then next thing I know, I saw in the comment section, people saying she's just telling stories, not telling the truth. So I called Marco up here and I told you guys Marco's story, right? So everybody can get on here and talk about Prime and their story. Everybody's going to have a different story. Some's going to be good. Some's going to be bad, right? But what's the majority? What's the majority?
Let's put it this way: the average Prime admits the average length of stay is 3 years. They brought this up at the driver advisory board. Then they asked us, why is that? Why is it only 3 years? And I stood up and I said, how long is the lease? And they said, what? I said, you didn't connect the fact that it's a 3-year lease. They're leaving after 3 years because now they're frustrated and they're leaving. And they figure there's someplace else better.
So some of their leases are 3 years. Some of their leases are 3 years. So True. If you're doing flatbed or if you're doing tanker, it's actually a 4-year lease. Flatbed and tanker, 4 years.
Are they all 4 years?
Yes.
Because they used to give them
flatbed
the contract
and tanker.
Used to be a choice. Thanks. Yeah, but there used to be a choice, and you could actually choose how much money you were going to put down, which reduced your payment. It's in the original contracts.
Right. I understand that, but what I'm saying is a standard lease. We're not talking about buying a truck. A standard lease, right? If you're doing reefer specifically, it is 3 years. Okay, a brand new truck, 3 years across the board.
Right.
If you're doing a brand new truck for flatbed, it is 4 years. If you're doing a brand new truck for tanker, it is 4 years. Okay.
Now, this may be all true. This is all true. I'm not saying he's not telling the truth, because it is. But when you look at the numbers, how many flatbed and tankers are there versus reefer?
Right, and I understand that. The reefer, the reefer division is actually bigger than anything.
That's my point. So it's 250 tankers and 400 flatbed. So the majority is still the 3 years.
Right.
Okay. So the majority of the people that are leaving after 3 years, that was the average, according to Prime, not according to me. So that just makes a sensible conclusion.
Right. Yeah. So there's also another loophole to that. So I'm gonna throw you a curveball on this one. So if you actually buy a truck through them, and if the truck is actually eligible to be financed in house through Pedigree Truck Sales, which is actually you refinancing the truck through Prime, you'll put your money down. And it becomes an A lease now, which is like the owner operated truck. So if you buy a used truck, not a new one, I'm talking a used truck that is eligible and that qualifies for their program, it is actually just a 2-year lease until you actually receive your title. Okay.
There's so many different programs they can do. You can do a regular
so many different
lease,
ones.
get to at the end of the lease, of 3 years, after my friend paid $155,000, they told him, you can now buy this truck through Pedigree. It has too many miles for you to just buy it outright. They insisted him do it through Pedigree. So then guess what they wanted to do? They wanted him to then go get an 8-year loan. I forget what the percentage was, but it was like he was going to wind up paying like $600,000 over. He would have paid for this truck for a total of 11 years. The same truck that he had the whole time.
It all varies.
All different ways you can do.
Yeah, it all varies.
Yeah.
Really quick, let's time out because I want to make sure that Hippie and Shamarcus get their opportunity to tell their story or say whatever they like to say. So Hippie, go ahead, brother. I appreciate your patience.
Yeah, I just wanted to first of all say if Truckers Coach comes in here at any time, I have a truck that's probably going to be for sale here in maybe a year. So if he has enough money stacked up, he can come up, you can contact me right there.
Shit.
So anyway, but other than that.
Hold up, pause that. Why don't we advertise that motherfucker right now so everybody watching right now in a year, hit up Hippie. I know Hippie's got a channel, put the link in there. Hit Hippie up, man, and he's going to tell you about the truck. Go ahead. Tell us about the truck and how much, bro.
Man, I'm joking around. It's a 22 Peterbilt, leather seats, disc brakes all the way around, all that stuff. But I was joking about that because I know that
you ain't selling it.
Truckers Coach. Well, I will at some point because one of the bad things about Prime is they will kick your truck off the fleet. That really pisses me off. So that right there, I do have a problem with. But
that's
other
only
than
on
that,
reefer though, right? Flatbed is
no, that's
whatever
all
on
of
the
them.
year. It's just
No,
it's all
that's all
not
of them.
that I know.
That actually happened to me. That happened to my Peterbilt, and that's why I had to go. They wanted me to sell my truck right back to Pedigree, and they wanted to give me like $15,000. And I told them, I said, I can make that in a week. You're funny. I'm out.
Yeah,
what's
so
the rules on
that
that,
is a
Hippie?
problem. It's like
What's the rules on that?
it's almost 3 years after your truck is paid off is when it's roughly 3 years, give or take, that it needs to come off
they
the
changed
fleet.
everything. Yeah, they changed everything. Before it was 10 years, as long as your truck was well maintained, and if you had any issues and problems, as long as you were able to cover your own bills with the truck, they didn't fucking bother you. You know what I mean? You can keep it on forever.
That is a problem. That is a problem with Prime. So, yeah. So there's plenty of reasons that I have issues with Prime. It's never been the money with Prime with
So
me. It's
speak
never
the good
been.
and the bad. Speak the good and bad on your opinion, right? Because, like I said, everybody's story is a different story. So tell your goods and bads about Prime.
All right. So I mean, I can't speak about the regular lease because I'm not a huge fan of putting the money.
Your story. Yeah.
Okay, but as far as a lease purchase, if you're going to come to, when I came to Prime and I did my lease purchase, let's just say if I combine them, you're going to put down, let's just use the maximum, $14,000 down, 36 months at I think the last one I paid off was like $11.63 a month, and after 36 months, which I think was like I think the purchase price was like 150 something, 158, and then the interest and everything might have been like 178 or something. I forget. I could send the contract so anybody needs to know. But
so question real quick. So when you lease the truck, they charge you interest on the lease?
Yeah, there's interest on it, but I don't remember exactly what the interest is. I just remember the purchase price was like somewhere in the high 150s, and the actual total of all the payments was like 180 or something like that over 3 years.
Like 180.
Yeah, over 3 years, and then in 36 months, 36 months. Once that last payment is made, you have $100 balloon payment, and the truck is yours. That's that's what I like about it. Now, I'm not a fan of the regular lease. Like I would not, if I figured I wanted to be in the industry, or even if I wanted to buy a truck and leave out of Prime, I would still want to buy the truck at Prime and then bounce after that because the price is just, at least after 18 months, because you could pay it off after 18 months. That's the way I would do it. But I've never complained about the money at Prime. I've never felt like I was getting throttled back. As a matter of fact, and Shamarcus or anybody that's talked to me on the phone would know half the time I'm telling them I wish they would slow me down sometimes because it's so, it's so like that. But then again, I set aside a bunch of money. I mean, slow down as far as the rate of loads. But right now, I think I got like 27,000 in my emergency fund. It should have been more than that, but I had to pay like $5,000 or whatever on tires and stuff. So I do set aside a bunch of money. So I'm never caught off guard when some stuff happens.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you. How long have you been there for, roughly?
I actually got my CDL. Well, I actually was a high performer, so I got my CDLs in April of 19. So I started training in like March 5th. Got my CDLs in April 1st, and then I've been
saying
there
CDL like that.
So 2019
I'm an overachiever.
20achiever. Okay, so right now they like you. You understand? They're gonna feed you, and they're gonna keep on feeding you until you mess up, or until you tell them no, and then they're gonna starve you, and that is straight facts. It's not opinion; it is a straight fact. So you can have a family emergency come up, and you could be under a load that because your dispatcher makes money off you. They make incentive. They make incentive. They make crazy incentive. Like these guys are making over 6 figures a year, if not more. It's ridiculous, you know.
God
so
damn.
if you get
Let's
involved
pause
in an
that for a
accident,
second. Hold up. Don't
incentive.
pass that up. Hold up.
If
Don't
you're
pass
running
that
late
up.
for your loads, it cuts out of their incentive.
Hang on,
You're trading a
Marco.
student that's messing up.
Hang on,
Not
slow
only does it cut
down,
out of your
slow
revenue, but it
down.
cuts out of their revenue as well.
Hello, Marco.
You see what I mean?
Marco,
so a lot of times,
you don't hear me.
It may not even be you. You know what I mean? It could be the students that you may be grabbing. You know, that is just messing up everything. You know, so it all varies. So right now they like you. You know, and I'm telling you that hands down. You know, when I was so busy, my first year, no word of a lie, solo, I would gross $9,000 to $12,000 a week. No bullshit. You know how much my truck payment was? My truck payment was about $550 a week. And I bought a used truck.
All right, now that we stopped doing that, let's go.
A brand new truck at the time was probably about $750, $800 a week. And this is when Prime used to have manuals, way back in the day.
Just hit the mute button, man.
I did. I thought maybe it was my microphone, man. So check this out. God damn it! Hold up. We done passed up the money. He just said these dispatchers or whatever, they make 6 figures. So if you guys looking for a 6-figure job, check that out.
That's what I tell everybody that's younger. I wouldn't be doing this if I got in the industry with like in my 20s. That would have been my career path, was to get off the truck going into that. But anyway, I don't know if they're going to throttle me back. I mean, it's almost coming up on 7 years. And if it happens, you know, it happens. And at that point, I'll deal with that when I got to deal with it. But I don't worry about shit until there's shit to worry about. I always have to tell my wife that I don't worry about anything until I got to worry about it. So you me worrying about what they can do. What's that?
You want a secret? What year is that truck that you got?
22.
22. Okay. So 2025, so that truck should be paid for by now, roughly, give or take.
It's been paid off for almost 9 months now, 10 months.
Okay. All right. So you have that truck now. By 2027, 2028, they may be trying to get rid of that truck. Like out of the fleet, like officially. So if you want to keep them happy and keep money in your pocket, you can do one or two things. You can either, one, buy you a used truck that's newer and up to date within 2 years of the current year that we're in. So you would have to, right now it's 2025, so I would say 2026 or newer, right, is what you would have to get, you know, at the time. About 2028, so you have to get a 2026 or newer in order for you to keep the money flowing in. Now, if you don't decide to get rid of that truck when they want you to, if you don't decide to sell it to them, whatever the case may be, what I can highly recommend you do, get that truck fixed underneath them, get everything done. It's gonna be way cheaper. You know, get you spare tires, get everything, man. Throw everything inside that truck. Keep spare parts for it, whatever the fuck you're gonna need. You know, grab it, take it, bring it home, put it in a storage unit. So whenever something does break down, you can put it elsewhere and still make money. Don't tell them you have that truck elsewhere, because technically it ain't none of their business. But they happen to find out, they're going to slow down your revenue with your other truck. And then they're going to say, well, you're making it money elsewhere, you know, and we got X, Y, and Z of this, you know?
So really quick,
that's my strong advice to you, you know? If you...
I don't think Marco can hear us.
I already sold at 21, Peterbilt.
Hippie, when you got into your lease, was it 0 down, or you said you put 14,000 down?
Well, I paid off 2. One of them was 14,000. One was like 11,000.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good.
So it all depends on how long you've been there.
You know, they want to keep me with the pack card at the time, and I didn't want to do that. So when I went over to Peterbilt, I was going to order one. And this is another secret too. If you're actually under Prime and you don't want to actually buy a truck through them, you can actually go right to their dealers out in Springfield, and you can actually get the Prime discount rate on them trucks. You won't actually pay the full cost for it.
You know they got
Marco, can you hear me?
What do you say?
Can you hear me?
They have 2 what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Marco, can you hear me? I just text you. Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
Okay, so pause for a second. Because Marcos is going to tell his story, and
hang on.
So, hang on. There we go. Marcos, go ahead, bro. You got the floor, homie.
Oh, I don't forgot what I was saying now, but
I appreciate your
Buddy,
patience, brother.
I think Buddy was, they got 2 leases. So when people be talking about no money down, that's just a regular lease. That's a standard one. That's the one that most people be confusing. That's where you get where you are telling the truth when you say like they paying that truck off and then they doing number turn it around and then prime reselling it. So that's the regular lease. But what Lyle was talking about and that's the lease purchase. That's the one you got to actually put money down. So, but once you put the money down, it's like a minus $1,000 every year you're there. So if you lease, not every year you're there, but every year you lease. So it started at 14 and go all the way down to like 7 or 8,000. Depends on how long.
Okay, so let's say if you're there for 7 years instead of 14, now you put down 7.
Yeah, that's the incentive I was talking about that I actually lost when I was there. That's what I was talking about.
Okay.
So yeah, you got to put then, like you said, it used to be $1,000 you can order a truck, but now they can make you pay the $5,000 up front, and then you have to pay the balance. So if you get it for the 7, you put the $5,000 up, and then once the truck come in or it's cleared, then you put the other 2 with it.
Yeah.
But really, like you said, if you survive however long it is, the ups and downs, at the end of the battle, you get the title to that truck and you can do whatever you want to do with that truck after that point. Like Lyle say, he had a fleet too. Well, I'm not going to talk for Lyle because he's here, but Lyle had a fleet too, but he decided he didn't want to run his fleet no more. So what he did, he had a title to his truck, so he sold his truck off and just kept, he just kept the one that he's driving.
So let's talk about that. Shamarcus and Hippie, do you both had or have drivers before?
Yeah, yes. I got 3 drivers.
So, what do you guys see today's driver compared to when you guys started kind of drivers? You guys see a difference in the caliber of the driver?
Well, I don't know if there's a difference in the caliber of driver. What I did realize is that nobody's going to drive your truck the way you're going to drive your truck. It's not even a question. So, I mean, there might be a few people that do it, but I don't care. If they don't have no money, if they don't have no skin in the game, they are not going to be running like you. And that was the hardest thing with me. No, I mean, I had one that definitely ran balls out, but for the most part, there's not as much incentive for them to run.
I had this one driver, man. I still talk to him today. I put him in a new Peterbilt 579, man, and he bought the chrome. Maybe I bought it, but he asked for it one way or another. But it was polished. He was excited. He put a Peterbilt tattoo on the back of his hand. Like, he was like an old school kind of trucker. That didn't want to own a truck. He just want to drive, make money, and enjoy what he does, man. And those kind of drivers are so far away, man. As far as trying to find good drivers that want to treat your drivers like them. Like I was brought up old school. That's your moneymaker. Treat your truck. However it is you pick somebody's truck up that you're driving, bring it back in better condition than when you picked it up. You know what I mean? Treat it like it's your truck.
And because like you were saying, like Lyle saying, like you are actually the owner of the truck, so you have skin in the game. When you don't have any skin in the game, like you just a company driver, and as a couple of people has alluded to, I think you alluded to earlier, like you learn on somebody else's dime. That dime it's me. You know what I'm saying? And you feel me? So when people bash these mega companies about running Lease and stuff, as somebody that has company drivers, I understand wholeheartedly why they take the responsibility off themselves and put it on drivers, because if you fucking up, you should have to pay for the shit you fucking up. I've had drivers put death in my fuel tank. I had drivers I had to replace whole DEF systems. I had running to guard shacks. You know what I'm saying? But long as they company drivers, that came out of my pocket.
How the fuck to hit a guard shack? I thought I had some crazy shit. I had a driver.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like we all, like, if we want to cool the violins out, we all got our sad stories. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, your success has nothing to do with nobody else but yourself. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 paid off trucks now, not because Prime did anything, but because I said I wanted to have a paid off truck. And I stuck it out to the end. You know what I'm saying? So if you quit, then yeah, everybody quitting, that shit easy. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask both of you guys something. Do you guys feel, okay, the people who you are, right? The way you're looking at trucking, the way you look at leasing, the way you look at business, paying stuff off. Do you think the majority of the drivers are just like you guys in your mindset?
No. I know they're not.
Yeah,
Because
no.
So when you say no, do you see why I try to now if someone hits me up on the phone and they got something good going on, they got a good business plan, all that kind of stuff, I can see it, right? You guys have what you call a business plan, right? And a lot of people don't even have that. What I talked about earlier in my live stream was how everybody's so excited about trucking. They just got their CDL, they put them in this goddamn van. Now I don't know from personal experience, I'm just hearing from everybody else talking about it, right? So it could be right, it could be wrong, right? But they put everybody in the van and they show them the brand new truck and throw them in a lease, and they're brand new with a CDL. Do you guys think they should be leasing straight off gate, not just with a brand new fresh CDL, not knowing shit?
Hell
No,
no.
and I've mentioned that in videos. I said that Prime turns. I've actually been critical of this. I've said that Prime turns brand new drivers into accidental business owners. So I don't agree with that because people aren't when
I
people
like
get into
that.
trucking, they aren't thinking like I'm gonna have like to get a business account and think about all this kind of stuff. And I think that a lot of people get washed out just because of that. They hear about how much
Yeah.
money is possible and they do it and they don't have any like think about who comes through Prime. I mean, really think about it. I've looked at people and I've told them when I first saw you come through Prime, you look like horrible. Like you didn't look like you. People told me I didn't have anything when I came to Prime, and then 5 years
Yeah.
down the road, they've done whatever they've done, had 100 grand in the bank. I just talked to somebody that was a company driver that had 100 grand in the bank. But you take these people that have no skill set, like you came into trucking like from you know, like you had a pedigree of trucking. You get these people that just came from Chick-fil-A and all they do is see people driving around like, you know, Chargers and Hellcats and all this shit. And they start getting paid. As a matter of fact, a Prime driver did a video. What did he do when he started getting money? Buying dumb shit. And what happened when this truck broke down? He was stuck at a truck stop for like 21 days or something goofy like that because he didn't repair.
Damn. I
And
thought
Shamarcus, I mean,
Prime
you
will
could
cover.
look at, I
I
don't even
thought
know what
Prime
his
covers your
situation was.
repair. Yeah.
Well, I don't even. You know what? It was a physical. That was his problem. So he couldn't pass a
Oh,
physical.
okay.
So, or it wasn't that. Like, I forget what it was. It was something with his license that
Oh,
wasn't his
okay.
problem. But if you look at
You didn't handle business.
Shamarcus's,
You didn't handle business.
yeah, if you look at Shamarcus's Facebook page, he's into more than fucking business or more than trucking. He's into promotions and he's out here doing country shit like buying lakes and putting fish in them and all this kind of shit. I came out of the mortgage and real estate and car sales and all that, so I've never been somebody that just got a check. I always had to eat what I fucking caught, and a lot of
Yeah.
people aren't like that.
Right.
And to be honest with you, a lot of people, and I'm gonna have to get on my people. A lot of black people, they don't make money, or they've never seen money like this. And then when they get it, it's like they just like it's like a fat kid in a candy store. Like they can't like spend it fast enough. And I mean, I guess I could go for some white people too, but I'm just saying I could look at it. And
Yeah.
Chargers,
but I
Hellcats.
don't
Then
know,
on the other side, you got the ones with the hiked up pickup F-250s and shit.
I
or the
see,
squatted trucks. Yeah,
and I see that's like I think that should be more of the conversation of like more money management and stuff like that. It don't like leasing and all that stuff like that. There's different layers to this thing. When you come in, more than likely you're gonna come in through a mega carrier. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have 15, 16, $20,000 to go put down on the truck. And if you did, why would you anyway? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need that experience and stuff first. You know what I'm saying? So Prime does dangle the money over your head with the leasing. I do agree with that. Like it's like a crapshoot every week. Like you might make 600, some weeks you might make 3,000. But at the end of the day, I think the conversation shouldn't be about, hey, let's bash these mega carriers. It should be like, man, listen, this is what's going on. You got to figure out a plan for your own life, what you're trying to do. And once you start getting to that money, save the money and stop fucking it up, because there's going to be a day where it could stop. You know what I'm saying? And if it stopped, then you done spent 6-7 years tricking off the money. Now you mad at everybody else when the fault is not nobody else's fault but your own.
The main thing about anybody in business or anybody in general is being accountable of your own actions, right? It's like I talk a lot about folks on TikTok. They want Trump to get involved and they want everything same across all kinds of weird shit, right? Like I don't need nobody speaking for me. I don't want Trump involved. I don't need none of that. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is, and I've always said, what up, Josh? And I've always said this shit is success starts with you and ends with you. I say that a lot on my channel, right? People can get a big pile of shit of, they don't even got to be trucking. You know what I'm saying? He gets a big pile of shit of something and turns that motherfucker into gold, right? Either you know how to do it, you got the hustle mentality, you got the heart, and you're going to do it, or you're not going to do it. You know what I mean? You know, and Josh here, I actually always speak highly of Josh. You don't know that, but you know, I always tell people when I'm talking about leasing, I said, but there's motherfuckers out there that get to the money, like old Josh. I might fuck up trying to say his last name, but I always speak that shit. What up, Josh?
I get to the money, man. What's up, man? I don't play, man.
But that's how it is, though, right? If you're living in a truck, don't fuck around, right? If you're in a truck, get your fucking money. If you're not at home with your family, right? In general, not anybody on the panel, but in general, if you're out there, not your family, make the most of it. Regardless how you got the goddamn truck, make the most of it. Don't go around and fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a damn truck stop hero chilling at truck stops. No, go get your money, get the grind, get the hustle up. What up, Quick?
You got three things.
What up,
you got money, time, and convenience. And I think that for me, if I was younger, a business plan sort of like getting my own authority and doing all that stuff would probably be the way to go. But at my age, by the time I get that all spun up and everything, you know, it would cost me too much time and definitely inconvenience me. So I'm fine where I'm at now. A lot of the times people don't understand where they're at, and where they're at should dictate what their business plan is. You know, a lot of people get into this and they're just shooting from the hip with that without even having a target in sight. And you know, a company driver could be right for somebody, and a lease,
any business,
right?
Oh, you're echoing, Josh. Fix your headset, Josh. Yeah, so we're still echoing Josh. Hey, Josh.
Yeah, tell Josh to turn this shit down.
My bad.
Yeah, you gotta turn off YouTube, Josh, or something.
My bad.
So we'll let Quick speak, and then Josh. We're still echoing, Josh. Here we go. Go ahead, Quick.
I was just listening, dude. I mean, I don't even know what. I know you're talking about leasing and shit like that. I was just kind of easier to listen this way than be on YouTube.
It's buzzing. You guys hear that buzzing noise?
Yeah, I did.
Sound like
someone's rattling.
Is someone driving on the shoulder thing?
Nah,
before you close this down,
so if you hear that clicking,
I'm not closing that no time soon. You're good, hippie.
Because here's the thing.
Sound like that.
And here's what I have a problem with, because there's more than one way to do this. But what you can't do is be like these people that are out here being false prophets and failed coaches out here trying to, give advice about stuff when they haven't even, literally, I know people that have been in the business, whether it be Swift or Knight or some random company, that have accomplished more in 2 or 3 years than the people out here trying to be the authority in the situation. That's what I have a problem with. That's what's dangerous. The people that are out here that are doing it, whether it be you and you promote getting your own authority and doing all that, or I promote like what I'm doing or whatever, as long as they're people you could look at and say, you know what, they've actually done something, But the problem is, there's too many people out here that haven't done anything that are giving advice.
No, I agree with you, bro. And that's one reason why I kind of try to stay on YouTube, bro, because you do have a lot of people out there on some crazy ass shit. Like 1 minute, you know what I'm saying, they're talking about how great their company is, you know, leasing, and then motherfuckers believe that shit and they run over there. They say no. By the time they get over there and get through orientation, that dude done quit because he got fucked off by the company one way or another. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
but see, so okay. I feel like this, bro. I can't blame the company. I can't blame
I don't blame the company
because it's the driver. It's the driver. You don't know how to book load. You don't know how to count. You don't know how to subtract. You don't know what you're doing. You can go to the greatest company all the time and still don't make no money.
You gotta drive the truck.
Like I always say, success starts with you guys and ends with you guys, right? It's the mindset that wins the race. The mindset. I mean,
I had a buddy that came over to my company. I didn't mean to cut you off, so Cal. He didn't make no money because he don't listen. First of all, I tried to train him how I make my money with lanes I run and do the same thing I do, and he just wouldn't do. He wouldn't do it. He didn't make no money. He quit. I'm still bringing home the same 3K a week plus, doing the same shit every week.
Well, that's the dangerous thing about social media, isn't it? It's like I tell people, you know, they're looking at a restaurant. Well, I ain't gonna go there because I read the reviews. I said, man, don't read no reviews because everybody is mad. They're making a goddamn review how tore up that place is, and the person that got the good service, the best food, he couldn't believe how great that place was. Do you think that dude's gonna walk out and say, hold up, let me get a review out the way real quick? Hell no. He's like, shit, I'm coming back. So to me, my opinion is reviews. This could be in trucking companies and all that shit. The reviews are never accurate to me because of that, right?
Just say you got to drive to come to your company, so Cal. You got to drive come to your company. Your other driver's making money. This driver don't go. He want to run home every time he turn around. He don't want to. He don't want to change. He don't want to do this. He don't want to do that. Who fault is it?
That bourbon's kicking in. That bourbon's kicking in, hippie. Go ahead, Chrissy.
I did go send you a few emails with people's settlements. And there's one where the guy's making 89 cents a mile. Yeah, that's good. But there's two others. One is at 47 cents a mile over 3 months and said the heck with this and walked away. The other one is at 35 cents a mile over 6 months. She walked away, came back to Prime 3 months later, wanted to go company, told them she wanted to go company. They brought her into Pittston, and then they tried to force her into a lease. And they hooked her up with her original lease fleet manager. Now, I helped her get on a mini fleet. I had the mini fleet owner go call the operations manager that got her on a mini fleet. But they were trying to push her into a company, into a lease truck. I have emails that I can send you from people that are basically saying the pressure is on so much. Even me myself, when they took my truck because it was too old and I turned in the company truck, it was the only time, it was the first time. I've been there since 2015. It was the first time, that was 2023, that when I went in to go get a company truck, they tried to talk me into going lease.
Yeah, real quick, just so you know, I don't have your email yet, so maybe I gotta wait for it to come through. SoCalTruckers03@gmail. Yeah,
a lot of people are going to
lease
purchase right now. They're not. A lot of people not really fucking with the company drivers like that. You gonna see. Let things get tighter and tighter and tighter. You gonna see. All this company shit, W2, is going. Everybody going to turn on that. Watch.
Yeah.
I wish these fucking people would get trained the right fucking way. Jesus Christ. You can't pass these fucking rookies nowadays. No, they say, I'm getting passed. I'm gonna speed the fuck up. This motherfucker I'm about ready to take, it's a sister company too. I'm about ready to take his fucking hood mirror off. Or his whole fucking mirror. You know what? Let me just calm the fuck down. Dude.
Yeah, calm down quick. Stop road raging on live screen.
God damn.
You know, mess up the whole stream, man. Road raging. You're gonna give the wrong narrative about how truck drivers are. Now we're all road raging and shit. Put on a TV show or something. That's what I do,
This
man.
motherfucker.
I don't give a fuck. I watch TV and I drive. God dang it, shit. Keeps my nerves down.
Stupid motherfucker.
So Josh.
Yes, sir.
You got the floor, man. Tell people whatever you want to tell them.
I said what I had to say. Like I just said, it's the driver. I mean, I got a driver over here now, Big Wheel. I talked to him today. He complaining.
Fuck you.
He not making no money. He ain't doing this and he ain't doing that. I said, what are you doing wrong? He said, I'm arguing with the dispatcher. You're going back and forth. I said, that's your problem right there.
So do you guys agree that, and I don't know because I didn't walk those footsteps, right? But let me ask all you guys. And this could even be quick because I mean, all you guys probably most likely have a dispatcher. I know Marco don't know more, but do you guys agree that a dispatcher can make or break you, regardless of your company or leasing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. He got the power. He got the power to make your check $2 or $2,000.
Or if you're there long enough to get to know people and work your way around that motherfucker, go straight to planners. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker just slowed down again in front of
I'd
me.
rather find a company where I can lease on to and self dispatch. That way I can't blame nobody but me. Because throughout my whole trucking career, it was always somebody that interfered with me just enough to trip me up.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you something. What are some companies where you can self dispatch yourself?
Hell, Landstar. I was at a company called AGX out of Florida. They got something similar. Well, they got some. Let me see. You got Landstar, AGX. The company I was at was AGX. They allow self-dispatch, but they have agents that have their own freight that you can get on up under. You can still self-dispatch yourself.
A to
That
C
way,
logistics.
them too. I done ran some cranberry loads next door to them out of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Grabbed a load of cranberries. I was in one dock. He was in the other.
Yeah, I gone and worked with them.
But my thing is, I need a company that also lets you run hazmat.
Well, my company lets you run hazmat and self-dispatch.
So let me ask you guys something. What is up, Texas Trucker? So let me ask you guys something. I always tell people, and I want your guys' opinions, right? Because I'm just a fly on the wall, right?
Come on.
So if somebody gets a CDL, who do we just lose? Oh, okay, we just lost. So let's say somebody has a CDL and they're looking for a job. Wouldn't it make more sense if they wrote down everything that their needs and then everything, so when they look for a job and they have to interview the company just like the company's going to interview you for their needs instead of trying to change out the company to their needs? What's your thoughts, guys?
Wait, say that again.
Yeah, if they're realistic, shit. Because if I wrote down everything I'd want to do, all I'd be doing is driving around in circles at the terminal. To be honest with you,
doing donuts and shit. Yeah.
No, I'm saying like the needs of what you require for your home expenses, your home time, because maybe you got a newborn baby at the house, like different things like that.
Oh, yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna say it like this. I ain't gonna put nobody out no like that. I went to the Covenant, Warren Transport, right? I know Warren in Dubuque, Iowa, wherever the fuck they was at.
Waterloo.
I told him I need $2,500 a week. Yeah, Waterloo. I told him I need to bring home $2,500 a week. He had me a bus ticket.
Man.
Wait,
he sent me home.
Somebody beeping.
He sent me home in orientation. I went to orientation, and they asked you what's your expectation to bring home a week. I said I need $2,500. Before I can say dollar, he had a bus ticket ready for me.
They should have asked you that question before they even brought you
on
in
the
there.
phone. You should ask them on the phone too. God damn it, boy.
Damn.
Dang it.
We'll let the new guys talk real quick. Texas Trucker, what's you just sitting in listening, or you want to say something?
Damn, you got some people up in there.
This hound dog, man, been hollering at you.
Oh shit! What up, hound dog? Shit.
All right. Trying to get the fuck out of California.
Nah, we try to stay in California. Goddamn! Look at the weather. Shit.
Yeah, I'm over here going to a bar stuff, man. This damn DOT so hot out here. Pitiful.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got to be right when you're running Cali.
I'm running about 65, sometimes 70, but I need to slow it down a little bit.
Now
Yeah,
watch out for
yeah.
them airplanes.
If you're duct tape express, man, California will have fun with a motherfucker on that shit.
Exactly.
What up, underdog?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
what
new
else,
Volvo about to
locals
drive
up
my
there?
ass crazy, man.
FJ from the chat, y'all up there. I'm not sure what's going on in my chat today, so figure I'd come in and put a couple of 2 cents in and stuff.
Absolutely, man. It's always welcome.
So one thing I'm gonna up there let anybody know, whether you up there buying the truck outright, leasing, whatever. Here's the thing that a buddy of mine up there always up there calculated to make sure you stay on the up and up. Any and every bill that you are responsible for, calculate that into what you need
I
to
can't
make
hear him.
per
Your
mile.
cost per mile.
Up there, I mean everything up there. Yeah, house note, car, truck,
Yep.
everything. Calculate all that in to up there, whatever up there, whichever route you up there choose to take. Know that number, big time.
Yeah,
Also, and if you do the initial projection, take all of that and divide it by 10,000, because 10,000 is basic number of miles you need to per month based on 2,500 miles a week.
Yep.
So if your house bills is $6,500 and your truck is like $1,000, you need to make about 75 cents per mile profit.
Yeah, because up there's a lot of people up there that they up there get up out here, they up there forget up there to up there calculate up there. Well, I'm up there because it's also up there basically up there like SoCal always tells us.
What the hell?
Watch your overhead. Either watch your overhead or at least know what your overhead is, and if you can make it, do it. Give it a shot. However you gonna do it. But up there, the other main thing is if you're gonna do it, follow through.
exactly, man. It's like this, right? Key goal is, regardless of what you do in life, if you start something, finish it. Right? If you start something, finish it. Don't give excuses why you can't finish it. If you start something, know what you're getting into, know the goods and bads and the ugly, know the rewards, know everything, and finish whatever it is you accomplish. You know what I mean? It's like people when they win the lotto, right? It no matter what they make on the lotto, a lot of them will go broke. Why? Because they never had money. They don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to keep it. They don't know how to invest it. It's the same with trucking. They call that shit new money. Have you ever look at old school dudes and they say, "Oh shit, there's new money." They can always tell new money and old money. They can always tell it.
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, new money
So
up there got the flashy stuff, old money and stuff you can't even tell you got money.
yeah.
Up there, why? Because
New
they
Notice I'm
money.
wise
just
with it.
wearing a. Notice I'm just wearing a hoodie right now. I'm joking. That was a joke.
Yeah, but you're wearing the hoodie, bro, because you're trying to cover up the $2,000 in rope around your neck, bro. Come on
I'm
now.
joking. No, I would
Yeah.
never. I would never buy a necklace, man. Never.
He said no chain.
No, not at all. Shoot.
but,
Mm.
but yeah,
But
man.
hey,
I
I'll tell you
mean,
the one thing. The one thing that stuck to me that SoCal said back in the day, because you don't remember this, but we spoke probably 7 years ago,
my memory
and it was
sucks.
back. It was back when you and Grown Folks Channel were going into it back and forth. And I said, listen, I'm thinking about getting into trucking. And he was asking me what my background is, all this stuff, and how much money I had, this, that, and that. He said, you know what? I can't help you, but here's somebody to give a call. And I don't know if he had your number or whatever, but I gave you a call.
Oh,
And
I
then back
remember that
then,
call.
right. So the one thing
I didn't
I
know that was
took out of
you.
all that, yeah, was
Yeah.
we were talking about taxes or something, and you were like, you know what? Every year when you come around to your taxes, you're gonna want to get with your tax people and say, should I spend some more money on this or do something like that? I forget exactly what it was. Basically, get with your tax people and see if you should spend some more money now to lessen your tax burden or whatever. Some of the other stuff went over my head, but yeah, we did have that conversation back in
And you
2019.
understand you understand that, right?
Yeah.
You can either invest it in your company or give it to Uncle Sam. No, Uncle Sam, everybody will say, well, goddamn, we want to pay our damn taxes, but yeah, we want to pay our fair share of taxes, right? But it always makes sense as a business owner, as a company, you want to invest into your business first to make it grow, because what you do when you do that is you give people opportunities, right? So as you guys are buying trucks, you're giving drivers opportunities. You give it,
No,
you
that's
say,
pretty.
well, I'm not going to buy this truck. I'm going to just give it to Uncle Sam. He ain't giving no drivers no opportunities.
Yeah,
Sure.
nah, I'm up there. That's up there. Well, I'm up there underdog and stuff to begin with up there. I'm up there, be up there. Eventually up there, if I pull all my cars, where I'd be up there giving other people shots. Like, hey, I got a truck. You need an ass? You need a seat to put your ass in? Hey, can you drive a manual? Do you mind old equipment? I take care of mine. Cause up there, I'm meticulous with it up there. Cause even the truck that I got right now that I'm up there getting built up and stuff, I bought it from a fleet and I hawkeyed this truck for well over a decade. So I
What
know
kind of
exactly
truck
what
is
I'm getting into. Don't hate me too bad. So '03 Columbia, for those who up there like Peterbilt, I'm sorry up there. I like Freightliner. Up there, I'm kind of like SoCal a little bit, except
It's a
I'm still
truck,
scared of
man. It don't
Cascadias.
matter, brother. It's a truck. That's all.
Hey, look,
Cause
you understand something? Let me explain something really quick for you guys.
mm,
A truck is a tool to us like a wrench is to a mechanic. Some say Snap-on's the best. Some says Mac is the best, right? You know,
hmm
so it just depends on what's best for your business and stuff like that, right? Now, we all say do your best to get cat comes in Detroit, but it all depends on your investment. Like chasing back in the days with a flat top, with that Mercedes, I'm like, damn, bro, it's only fucking $15,000. You get your money back in no time. So fuck that engine, bro. Just run that shit. You get your money back. Now you're not out of your pocket, and we'll make a decision down the road. And look, he still has it today.
I done ran into quite a few people with them MB 4000s and stuff or whatever. I up there knew it was
Mhm.
up there cheap to rebuild before he ever came across that. Up there, just up there talking to a few people out of Chicagoland area. Was up there running them, pulling container and stuff. Won't run anything else. No MBE 4000, good motor, my friend, good motor.
Hey, really quick, Kersey. Okay, I got your emails now. I got 5 emails from you, so I got them now. I'm gonna put them together for my next live stream. But yeah, I'm rebuilding an engine right now, and so I already got the quote back on the head. The head's like 2,300, brand new. So that's cool.
Yeah, no, up there
But
they said something about up there. They worried about these new tariffs that up there, boss man, and put out and stuff, talking about it might mess with Daimler a little bit and stuff for some of the components. Apparently,
yeah, so I did a live stream. I don't know if you guys seen it. That OEM
yeah, it
parts
was up.
and
Yeah, it was a few
aftermarket.
days ago. Yeah,
Yeah, it's all overseas. It's not even here. It's all overseas. The
that's
same people make them both.
That's the
So
thing that
that's
always
kind
up
of
there make
shitty.
me laugh when people talk crap about Chinese. I'm up there, hey, as long as the components hold the hell up or something, I mean, I'll buy from wherever.
Yeah.
Made in America with Chinese parts, man.
Right.
For real.
It's
That's that,
just
that,
hey,
that, like,
it's
that's
just
the,
like
that, and then that's the other thing I get people with when they up there talking about up there Freightliner and up there stuff like that is up there. When they said it was made in America, they didn't lie to you. Because up there, Mexico and Canada are part of the continent of North America.
It's
So your stuff is
assembled
still
in
made in
America.
America.
Damn it. Damn it.
It's a,
Assembled in America.
I've up there hit so many people with that stuff. They get mad. I'm up there. Here, let me up there. Let me up there show you geometry real quick. This is a map. This is a continent. Mexico and Canada is part of the same continent that the United States happen to be.
Yeah.
that's
So it's
not
still
So
American, just and what made in the states and taxed out the ass.
that's
Oh yeah.
geography, not geometry, dog.
Yeah, my bad. Dang, yeah.
it's all
It's
good.
been
We
a
all
long
make
Where the
day,
mistakes,
math?
man. It's been
Where
a
the
goddamn it.
long
math
day,
at?
dog.
Hey, some motherfuckers wouldn't know either one either goddamn way. They're like, yep, that's true. I'm saying.
So North America. Yep.
Yeah, so it's up there. Hey,
So
it's up there. America's America to me.
so let me ask you guys something if you guys don't mind.
Mm.
What is
Hey, yeah,
the
so Cal, real
top
quick.
number one thing you guys appreciate about trucking in a positive? And what's the number one worst thing about trucking that you dislike?
my number, I go first if you want me to.
Yeah, anybody,
Cal.
just out of order. Go ahead.
My first thing I like about trucking, it gets you what you need for your family, and the way I looking at it is helping me and my family. I live a good life, and it's a steady life, and they're not laying off like most jobs do. So the worst thing I hate is the time at home. That'd be the worst thing for me, from my experience. Been out here 24 years, so it's like, now it's like I gotta do what I gotta do to get it. I'm in grind mode right now. Even though if I do have money put up, I still keep myself in grind mode and keep pushing.
See, we just lost somebody. Who we lose?
Is up there something that I can admit and stuff or whatnot and stuff is that though Chasing makes fun of up there your dropouts and stuff or whatever, Chasing them up there one of your successful ones that actually do got a brain though and can think, brother. But dead end job and stuff whatever back in the day and stuff and shit was looking real grim and stuff, man. It really up there trucking saved my life straight up. Like up there, I didn't know what the hell I was gonna end up doing. I've been doing this up there now about 17 years and stuff. And up there, always been up there, a heavy nerd of up there. Pretty much up there, I'm that guy up there. You up there pointing out a truck and stuff. I can probably tell you the actual identification number of the actual vehicle versus say, oh, it's just a Freightliner Cascade. I can tell you the type of Cascadia. I can tell you the number designation that Freightliner actually gave it. Same thing with certain Kenworths, Internationals, you name it. But up there, thing I hate, obviously, up there is just, really up there the amount of disrespect that we get out here at times. But I wouldn't trade it for a thing, man. It's up there. Got me out of poverty, got me out of debt. I was in debt for years. I was able to up there settle all that out. High credit score, up there, drop out, being able to be successful and paid off multiple things over the years and stuff here and stuff or whatnot, wouldn't trade it.
Oh yeah.
I'm guessing up there is just like your filler word or something, because I'm like, Jesus Christ, everything up there, up there, like, huh?
Man, let that man speak the way he wants, goddammit.
No, I'm not picking on him. I'm trying
critique nobody.
I'm not picking on him. I'm trying to understand him because he keeps saying up there, and I'm like, huh?
I know.
Yeah.
We are getting off track of the storyline, man.
Little nervous,
Who's
brother.
next?
That's all.
Who's next?
Shit, I'll go next. My thing was trucking done allowed me to actually be able to really feed my family and everything and make stuff happen. Thing I don't like is these idiots out here that actually think that they can just drive how they want to. Like this vehicle won't just crush your car like a can, turn your pickup truck to a Mini
Preach,
Cooper.
Brother,
like
preach.
Anybody else? Next? Anybody?
Yeah, I'm not like you guys. Some of you guys.
Uh-oh.
The thing I don't like
about trucking. God damn it.
The thing I don't like about trucking is trucking. And the thing I like about it is, man, it's the easy. Man, it is. I don't know if there could be an easier job. Now, I understand it could be more complicated if I was running my own thing and all that. So I'm looking at it from my perspective. But this is like just. I mean, if I was owner-operator, true owner-operator, it'd be a different story. But for my circumstances, I'm not a fan of driving. I'll let you know. But the money is good for what it is. It's horrible dollars per hour, though, at least from what I've seen.
Yeah, we wouldn't make nothing as a driver. If we had to get paid by the hour, man, it's low minimum wage for sure.
Yeah, I try not to look at that breakdown too much.
So Marcus, what's the good and bad about with you, man? What are you thinking? Marcus? Oh, we lost him.
We didn't lose him, dude.
Yeah, Shamarcus is.
Yeah, we lost him.
We out there know Shamarcus killing the game with multiple businesses, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same with me, right? Like I have a multiple streams and if you guys can do it, man, one thing I like about trucking is people are not looking over your shoulder. It's not restricted. Now they got the cameras and shit. I'm not speaking on that shit, goddammit. I'm talking on the motherfucker's authority and shit like that shit. So I'm only going to speak on my perspective, right? So I like it because people ain't looking over my shoulders, right? And it generates good money to where I can invest and do other things and start other businesses that generate even more money. What I don't like about it is how people get on here brand new and they expect to do the same as a guy that's been doing it for 20, 30, 40 years and sit back and crying because the next man's making money and he sucks.
Facts.
You gotta learn how to live below your means, though. That's the whole thing. Just live below your means and don't buy too much, and then stack more money than what you spend.
You almost
Yeah,
got to
from
come
early.
in owing now a lot of shit too, because being new, I mean, you ain't paying them bills, man. You new. You gonna have to build
Oh
that
yeah.
shit up.
Oh yeah, Fence
One
said
thing
that from my early days. So I ain't gonna lie, I definitely fucked off a whole bunch of that money. It took me a few years to finally up that. Hey, dude, you can up there fix some shit with that.
you guys notice on we're gonna speak on YouTube for a second. Oh shit. And I'm not gonna talk about no kind of creator because I mean it's whatever, right? I want this to be a positive video, okay? The whole thing is this, right? You notice if you want to learn how to do a brake job on a 1995 Honda Civic and get on YouTube, type in how do you do a brake job on a 95 Civic, and you got people showing you how to do a brake job, or how do I do this on an iPhone? You can get on YouTube and learn how to do an iPhone or anything, right? It's supposed to be, I thought it was like a teaching tool and stuff like that. You type in about trucking, oh shit. All this crying, all this bullshit, all this, bro. It's try it one day. Just type in some trucking shit, man. You see some ego crap of people talking shit on ego. Lease
Yeah, that'd be
driver at ego talking shit about whatever. Like,
the
bro, keep your
main
dirty
first
laundry
thing to
off the
hop
line,
on.
bro. Like, keep that to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like to try to keep myself on YouTube a little bit. So shit. At least they have and there's others out there that speak good on trucking, but it ain't like how to change some spark plugs and a fucking what I'm saying, a 2015 Chevy 1500 truck or something, and they got a guy, this piece of shit ass Chevy, fuck Chevy, man. These goddamn spark plug, like it just ain't there.
You right?
But we got so much dirty laundry on social media about trucking, bro, and most of it's the person's fault. It ain't the industry. It ain't the company. It's them.
Yep.
You know. And so that's one reason why I stay on this motherfucker, man, because it's just crazy what I see, bro. And like I
Mike,
said, man, like what's up, Shamrock? Go ahead, brother. You're in and out, man. I'm glad you're back.
y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, something wrong with my phone. I don't know what went on. My bad. What I missed? I'm sorry. I ain't got nothing to say.
No, you're good. What is the number one thing you love or like about trucking, and which one thing you hate about trucking? Like the top thing you like about trucking, the top thing you hate about trucking.
Top thing I hate about. I mean, let's start with the lights first. We'll start positive.
All right.
The thing that I like about trucking is, shout out to Josh. I be trucking and banking, so I use trucking as my banking system. So I'm from, a lot of you don't know this, but I'm from Mississippi. So the cost of living in Mississippi, if you know, is pretty cheap. So that'll me making see most people from where I'm coming from, or where my little area of neck of the woods, you know what I'm saying, they making $400, $500, $600 a week. To go from a situation where you making 6,000 a week, and you taking that money, you putting it to other places and shifting it around, that's marvelous. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to do it properly. So, and that's what I love about it, is just it gives me the opportunity to do other stuff. Like I got 217 acres of land, cows, ponds, rental properties, all kind of shit, just by having an overflow of extra money. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like about it. And what I don't like about it is I don't know. I ain't got no complaints from him.
he said, "I ain't really got that bad." And I
I ain't
said, "You
got no
know what?
complaints, man.
Shit, up there."
I mean,
Yeah, I
yeah,
love
yeah,
Just say traffic, brother. Yeah.
You
yeah.
got more
I mean,
positive. You got more positive than negative, bro. Which that's
yeah,
good though.
like
You know what I'm saying?
it just like everything is the job. Like a lot of the stuff that would be negative is just part of the job. Like dealing with receivers of traffic. That's just like when you do real estate. Like if you do real estate, guess what? You gonna get that call that the refrigerator done went out one day,
Mm-hmm.
or somebody ain't paid their rent on time, or something like that. So that's just part of the industry, just part of the job. So I don't even look at it as nothing negative. Like I understand, like as a business person, I understand even the logic of like the mega carriers and all that stuff. I understand why they push you to go lease,
Mm-hmm.
because I understand why they, what I'm saying, do what they do, is because it takes the responsibility off of them and puts it on you. And I understand that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even mad about I'm not even mad at them about that. So I just like I'm in a machine. Prime is a machine. Prime don't care about me. I understand that. Day one when I walked through Prime door, I understood that Prime didn't give a shit about Schmarkers. I didn't give a shit about Prime. I just used Prime to get to what I need to do.
You right.
They are pretty much black and white. You do what you need to do, they gonna do what they need to do. You cross over. That's why I always say, like, if you listen to everybody's stories, there's always the crossover. If you cross over, their prime is gonna be prime. That machine is gonna keep running. So it works for me because I've learned to operate in that machine. You know what I'm saying? And the machine works for me. So
Yeah. So let
what I
me
like
ask you
about
guys this
what I like
question.
about truck.
Oh, go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
Josh.
Cookie.
I apologize, brother. Shoot your shot.
Oh yeah, what I like about trucking, man. I went to Nissan, so I was only making $400, $500, $600 a week. So now I'm making over 3K plus a week. Like and what like he said in Mississippi, like we don't really have no bills like that. You know what I'm saying? Everything
Yeah.
paid for. I don't really have no bills.
yeah,
So I mean, I'm taking care of my family. Me and my old lady. That's all. I ain't got no kids, so it's me and her. So fuck it.
yeah. And
I'm
see,
making
that's what I
money.
be telling
And
like
what
the
I
little
don't
young
like
people.
about trucking, yeah.
Like
Go ahead.
when I was training, like I used to train when I first started with Prime, and see the way Prime does it, they say that they matching you up with people that's compatible with you, but really they not. They just putting people that live close to you. So
Yeah.
all of my students or whatever, they was either from Alabama or Mississippi, or I had one up there from Memphis. But that's like one thing that I would always preach to them, because when I was doing I had see people complain about the lease or whatever and how high that payment is. I had three of them motherfuckers at one time. So
Ah,
That's
everything
wild.
that you can complain about, I can complain about that shit three times as more. So you paying $1,000 a week, my shit was $3,000 a week. You know what I'm saying? So that was like that's why like when people be giving me out like the excuses and shit, I be like, but you just got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep whatever. But at some point, you do got to make the decision. I mean, I'm not saying that Prime or whatever, or these medical carriers, I'm not saying that. That's not my message. But what I'm saying is there are a lot of people that are successful at Prime. Most of the people that's successful at Prime, they're like 9,000 drivers. You know what I'm saying? So you might get it. You might get, five or six. I ain't gonna say five or six. Maybe 100 of them gonna have something negative to say. They might get on the internet and say something bad. But what about the other 6,000 of motherfuckers? Most of them don't talk. They
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 don't
getting their
talk.
money. They getting their money, and they moving
This
along
is
just like
this is the same as when I told you guys about the reviews at restaurants, right?
yeah.
And so, people are trying to get into trucking. What do? They're gonna click on YouTube, Facebook, all that shit.
And
Really
All right.
quick, Army Guy, he's a new member of the channel. Shout out to you, Army Guy, man. Go to the comment section, since you're a mentee, and you'll see my phone number. But um, but the whole thing is this, right? What's one thing that a successful person, this don't have to be trucking, right? Because one thing you learn about business, like trucking, you try to learn, you learn business, all that stuff. Like everything you learn ain't just for trucking. When you learn about business, it don't matter if you do trucking or anything else. You learn business, right? There's no such thing as just learning business, particularly just for trucking, and that's it. Doesn't work for nothing else, right? When you have a mindset in business, it works for anything, right? But for me, I think one thing that I notice about successful people is they don't have a pocket full of excuses of why they can't do something. What's your guys' take on that?
Sound about right.
That's for real. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Sound
pretty
right.
legit. Me and most people I know up there, they up there. No excuses, they up there. And I'm gonna figure it out.
That's one thing
I
about
got a
me.
smaller
I don't,
YouTube channel,
I don't have no excuses. I don't make excuses.
Yeah, if you guys got a
so
YouTube channel, man.
nobody's out there checking me like that. But one thing that you can go back to 7 years ago or 6 years or whenever I started this one is one thing I've always said is I am never going to blame anything. I'm not going to give credit to or take credit away from anybody. Like, I'm not going to be thanking God for making my shit better. And if I fail, I'm not going to be blaming it on somebody else. I'm 100% accountable. And that has gone all the way back to when people were telling me that I was going to be eating ramen noodles and going broke back in 2020 when I got my lease. So a lot of people aren't accountable. You could look at a bunch of people on YouTube and a bunch of reasons why they failed. And what's the one thing? Well, they didn't do this or they didn't do that. And you know what? It all comes down to me. I can't come home to my wife and be like, you know what? Here's the excuse. Or my family, should I say. It's because, it's because Prime didn't do this. Or the foreigners are taking all the freight and everything's cheap or whatever everybody else blames it on. I can't do that shit. I got to come home and be like, I got to be accountable. And there's too many people out here blaming it on the president or foreign drivers or whatever they want to blame it on until the next one comes along. So now they're taking non-English speaking drivers out of the mix. Next thing you know, there's going to be another one. All these blonde hair, blue eyed drivers out here are driving the rates down and this and that.
Damn! There I
Yeah,
got fucked up. What the fuck? Wasn't I saying quiet? Goddamn it! Now they're attacking me. I'm sorry.
They gonna find
hey,
it.
there's
I'm
always
fucking
going to
with
be
Stevie.
an
Go ahead.
excuse.
No, I know. I'm just fucking.
No, there's always going to be an excuse. That's all I'm saying. So
Yeah.
that's the one thing that I've lived by. Nobody could ever look at any of my videos and say I've ever blamed shit on anything. It wasn't the economy. It wasn't COVID. It wasn't, whatever. I've never ever blame anything on anybody other than me. So,
But
that's all.
isn't that how it's supposed to be?
Well, it's supposed to be, but look at how many channels you got out there. And I could think of 3 off the top of my head that are always saying,
more than 3.
well, I'm just saying 3 that are just at the tip of my tongue.
So you
That
guys
are
watch a
like,
lot of YouTube. I only know of one. What's the other 2?
come on, somebody type it in the chat. I'm sure.
Man, you got
Well, I can't read the chat, so speak.
Just trucking be up
speak on
there.
them.
Just trucking complains a whole bunch and stuff, whatever. Unfortunately, up there, old boy with that classic trucker AK was always up there bitching about brokers and stuff a whole bunch.
Who?
Who else? Dude named Trucker AK up to drive a white Freightliner Classic. He was with Landstar. He went to Bennett. He was up there complaining about up there agents and stuff at Bennett. Now he up there bed bugging right now. Who else, man?
Come on now.
I can't think of the name of the channel off the top of
He
my head.
came across my thing. He came across pause. He came across my live feed a couple times. I looked at it and I'm like,
Who just put out a video where he dropped off a truck with worn out tires and just gave somebody back a raggedy truck? That's one right there.
What?
Another one is somebody that just said,
put in the chat, guys. Who the fuck is that?
Somebody. Yeah, I don't want to say anybody's
chat,
name.
Man. Yeah, I get it. Put that shit in the chat. I'm just curious.
Well, can you read the names then? Because I'm driving and I can't see no chat.
Well, it ain't on the chat
right,
yet.
well,
I'll read it, but it ain't there yet. So I guess he's the only one that knows about this person.
No, because somebody did a live with
Shamarcus.
them. No, definitely not Shamarcus.
And just trucking, he for a minute was using his wife.
Oh no! I stand corrected. He was He said something else. You just said, "Oh yeah, taking out the
lives
Southeast
in
Freight."
Lubbock, Texas. Anyway, Lubbock, Texas, and you know, he's also been at like 40 different places in the last 2 years. And then you got the other guy that just
You
quit
say
being a.
what?
Come on, am I the only person?
40 in the last.
People are.
Wow.
We're a little lost.
Maybe not.
Taking you to 1
That's a
month
lot
off.
of moving. I thought I did a whole bunch of hopping
Got
before.
plenty of time.
Mario don't have Mario. You got a channel?
Oh, somebody got it. OTR Vic. He's got the first one, and the second one should be obvious.
Oh, I heard that on my other live stream about a trucker Todd dude.
I mean,
I don't
you
know
got
nothing about where he lived, what he did, but yeah.
You got on the other one already last week or 2 weeks ago in your video when you were talking about. You've already got on him. Yeah, you already got on that one, and then there's. I'm not even gonna get. There's another one that tried to clown me in a video.
Nuh-uh.
That boy truck.
That's crazy.
Well, that's another one, but somebody else that tried to get on me in a video, and meanwhile I'm sitting here with. Anyway, I'm not even going on that one.
You talking about Rich?
Damn.
Who?
Rich.
Who?
Rich.
Oh, you said it. I didn't say it.
Rich what? Rich. Help me out, Marcus. Rich what?
Richie Rich. Trucker Richie Rich.
Oh, see, I don't know that guy. Someone, the good brother says Andre King. I heard that name somewhere some years ago about something. I don't remember who the fuck he was or what he did. Jeremy said it, Richie Rich. Yeah, I don't watch all those guys, man. Look,
yep, Jeremy.
I watch some people, okay, but I don't know those guys. I watch Coach time to time to see what the fuck he's thinking, where his mindset's at. You know what I'm saying? I watch James Best. I watched a little bit of old girl that was on here. What's her name? Let me look it up.
Sly.
Kersey.
Oh, Kersey.
She joined my live one time, so I checked her out a little bit. My boy Mob in the building. What up? I watch Mob. But mainly I just watch like gaming shit. I play Call of Duty, DMZ and shit. So I watch creators that do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really want to watch too much trucking shit because, like I said, man, you watch a lot of this trucking channel shit, man. That shit'll depress the fuck out of you. You be like second guessing yourself, like, God damn, is it that bad? Is it all? Now I try to help you guys when I see things gonna get worse, right? Like next year, what do you guys think? They're gonna knock out trillions of dollars of EBT with all the new rules and Section 8 and shit.
Apparently, we up there about to get a test run next month. Really, they up there complaining right now, talking about EBT up there ain't finna get sent. Snap's not finna get sent out for the month of November right now. So up there, government come back in.
You know how I learned about that shit? I'm on YouTube. This is what I'm telling you about this YouTube shit, right? I'm doing some gaming shit, different things. This shit pops up my feed, right? I'm like, what the fuck? And goddamn titles are catchy as hell. I played that shit. I said, what the fuck? Next thing you know, I'm searching that shit up. Like, let me see what's really going. Next thing you know, I'm chasing the whole rabbit hole, which I'm glad I did because, look, I don't know shit about no EBT and all that kind of shit. But I learned a lot. If it's true, when I was watching some YouTube shit. G3, what up, brother? I apologize, man. I appreciate your patience, man. You jumped on and shit. We didn't even say what's up, man. What's good, G3?
You hear me good?
Hey, G3 says, man, he wants to say, fuck this trucking shit, goddammit. We want to talk about some cooking. Go ahead, G3.
Man, who cooking shit? I'm hungry as fuck right now.
I'm just playing.
Hey, can you hear me good?
Yeah, we hear you.
No, I was going to jump on basically how I got into trucking. I got into trucking with my father.
Put your mic closer to you.
Hold on. Let me correct some stuff. Now. Hello?
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead.
No, what I was saying is I was going to jump on, how I got into trucking and stuff. I got into trucking through my grandfather, which he's currently 97 years old, and he still drives a truck. He drives a cab over pulling cattle. So he's still up. My grandmother passed away a long time ago, and he just hates being at home. But I can tell you that the buffer is running every single day. Other than that, I can tell you I have done some lease purchases. I have failed in it, and I couldn't blame nobody but myself. KLM was one of them. JB Hunt was one of them. I was over there with Josh, actually. And there was a few others that I've done. And now that I have basically went home for 3 years and thought about a lot of stuff, and I just came back out to basically see what's going on out here. But other than that, I mean, I'm still running. I have no excuses at all. I don't decline loads. I go wherever the money goes and call it a day. That's kind of how I work, and I'm currently still in the process of saving. Of course, it's okay. I was on the channel when I put in the comments that I had that deal to go look at. Well, it was a bad deal, really bad deal. It didn't work out good for me. So, I'm still looking around, still learning. Every day, learning different stuff. But my father always says that the day that you stop learning how to truck or anything in trucking, you need to hang the keys up before you hurt somebody. So that's kind of the way I go.
Yeah.
That's why that's why anytime somebody tells me something, I never say I know. I say,
oh, hang on. G3, you're gonna have to mute because we're echoing big time through you.
All right.
Sorry about that, bro. Yeah, unmute when you want to talk, but yeah, because that echo was killing my ear.
Yeah, that's why up there. Whenever somebody up there tells me some of the stuff, I don't be up there. Never say I know. Just be up there, and take it in. Anything you can learn from everybody. Like straight up, you can learn from everybody out here. Rather it's the goofball, rather it's somebody up there with the successful shiny trucks and stuff. You can learn something from all of them.
Let me ask you guys something else. You guys brought up some creators, right? We don't need to re-mention their names or whatever. Or other creators, let's say. Now, it seems like everybody on here has got a really, really good business mindset. And it seems like whatever you guys start, you guys finish. So I applaud that, right? I think every man that walks should do that, correct? So, but how do you guys feel about the creators that put false bullshit out there for their own gain? What's your take on that?
I don't know how they sleep at night. I just up there look at a lot of that crap dumbfounded and stuff like that. So that's how you gonna make your money, is by selling these people false dream and snake oil and stuff. Whatever. Tell them the everything with it, man. Don't just show the little glitz and glam and get your recruit money and stuff. Whatever. Tell the truth, the whole truth, so they can make an informed decision.
Well, like a lot of people flip flop, right? So 1 minute they think this is cool, they push people on it, and the next thing you know, it didn't work out. So then they flip script, and now it's this way. And see, to me, my opinion is this, right? As a creator, and I could be totally wrong because it's just my opinion. And anytime you speak an opinion, it could be wrong, correct? And goddamn hippie's making me thirsty. But what I'm trying to say is, though, what I'm trying to say is this, right? As a creator, I think we have a responsibility to do the best that we can when we get on here to give people the information that we ain't going to be 100% right, but we have a responsibility to tell it, the best truth that we can do it. And if we're wrong, get on here as a person, say, man, I fucked up. I was wrong about that. But I think we have a responsibility as creators when people are watching us. And I think other people think different. Maybe you're a creator.
There's obvious people
do think that way. They put out that borderline hit piece on you, like, is it bad that I was up there getting mad for you and stuff, listening at that dude speak all that false crap, that other video we reviewed the other day?
Nah, look.
I'm just
Here,
I was so
and let me
dumbfounded
clear
about
something.
what he was saying.
Look, and somebody's got some narrative that if you disagree with me, you get blocked or whatever. Look, I appreciate everybody's opinion, right? I'm not asking for a goddamn fucking, what do you call that shit that they found out in Texas and shit? Those motherfuckers, those church people, or they just follow a motherfucker down the cliff. What do you call that shit?
Cold.
Colt.
Yeah, cult. I'm not looking for a goddamn cult. I want a whole bunch of truckers, and you can agree or disagree or tell it your way or whatever. Because the reality is, people don't just learn from me; they learn from all you guys. Everybody on this panel, they're learning today. Everybody in the comments, they're learning today. And that's all I'm trying to do is have a channel for truckers to come together to speak whatever they want to speak. So they have a channel for trucking. You know what I'm saying? But what do you guys feel about that? Do you guys?
In Mississippi?
Yeah. Do you guys feel that content creators have a responsibility or no?
Yeah.
I think they should.
I mean,
yeah, I believe
when
so.
you go putting a bunch of bullshit out there, I mean, I'm sure you probably don't watch it, but if it comes across your feed, how's that make you feel?
Well, some people I just don't think they understand. I don't even. Some people I honestly think that they are too dumb to realize what they're actually doing. Like they actually think that they're giving out some information. I'm smart enough to know that I'm too stupid to give everybody the information. So I tell them, this is what I've done. There's a bunch of different ways to do it, and kind of go from there. I almost look at it like if I could do it, and I'm so dumb that you should be able to do it too. Whereas some of these people are like trying to be false prophets and coaches and everything and act like they know everything, and you know they can give this information out to people, and I just don't think that's. I don't think anybody like SoCal is, he's perfect for people that want to go a certain direction, and he's horrible for people that don't want to go that direction. And I'm bad for people that want to go a different direction, but I'm good for people that want to go my direction. Kiersey's good for people that want to go her direction, and bad for people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but there are those dangerous people, and you've already mentioned a few of them in this video, where it's like they act like they try to be smarter than they are. And the thing that's stupid about it is there's actually people following this shit. That's what's dangerous.
Crazy.
Yeah, that gets concerning.
They're starting a YouTube. I'm tripping. They're starting a CDL journey. I remember, man. I'm sure you guys know this. Like years ago, man. There's always a battle back and forth from channel to channel about some bullshit. Like and here's what I tell people. When I try to come on here, I try to give out the bulletproof information because I don't know who's going to listen, right? Like some people could be successful at Prime, right? But not everybody's fucking successful at Prime. But even if they buy a cash truck and they're not successful, they don't lose. They still got the truck. They can still park it. They can still start over. And they can do as many start overs they need until they get that shit right. And that's why in the beginning, man, I'm like, shit, go get that cash truck, but people they like to take the information, man, and turn it and twist it and fuck it all up and
Something that I can get done.
yes, it is, but it all starts with us, ends with us. They can believe us or not believe us, right? It's up to them.
I just want to give
What's Mob say?
what you're looking at.
Mob says have multiple felonies and still able to run a successful business. No help, no direction. Some folks just ain't built to be business nor independent. I agree. I agree.
Can I go back to that sentiment? Not everybody need to be able to buy a truck.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends. I mean, some of them go wild.
What up, Hustle and Flow? Now I don't know if Hustle and Flow is being serious or not. He said I'm ready to sign up for that Hirschbach truck lease and own the truck with 10,000 down. I'm going to make all kinds of money. Hirschbach charge you 10,000 down?
You better up there make sure you up there got the right lane and contract, because
Exactly.
that's up there. That's up there. Hirschbach's main thing is up there. They always up there have a whole bunch of dedicated lanes and stuff that they operate and stuff. So it depends again, like Kirsty said earlier and stuff, depending on where you live.
I'm gonna put that on my
later on list. Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and just clean it back in.
So, yeah, man. So everybody got a perspective on everybody. Hey, Hound Dog, are you still there, Hound Dog? All we see is a chair.
Yeah, can you see me, man?
Hey, you got a green seatbelt. How the hell you get a green seatbelt? That's what's up. I like green.
That's a Volvo. I'm in this 26 Volvo, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, you in that one? I'm sorry.
It's all good, man. We know when you hit a bump. You know what I'm saying?
You know the whole dash went out today. The whole electronic dash went out. All that shit reset and came back on, man. I like what the fuck?
Now I'm gonna talk shit. Goddamn it! 2026 Volvo and the whole dash went out.
That is exactly what. Like up the SoCal, that's exactly what happened to all the other 6 trucks in my company and stuff that we up there had 6 of them go down. Dashboard just lit up.
Now
I got the digital dash.
Now I got a low pressure, right? I can actually read. It tell me how much heat on the tires, and it tells you everything about the truck in the computer system. Just by touching the screen, and it's saying I got a low tire, and it's 108 pounds in each tire on there, and it monitor the air pressure, all that.
Andrew still in here?
Who?
Andrew.
Yep. It monitor pressure, air pressure. It do all that.
Who, chasing at you?
Yeah. Now you a cash truck guy, that DPF filter.
Yeah, it's a piece of work. It's a piece of work, SoCal, man. It's technology at its best, I guess, but shit be failing to me. I like the old school.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. When they get rid of this goddamn fucking we can delete. I mean, I delete anyway. I don't give a fuck, right? I'm an outlaw. I've been deleting since 2008. But when they get rid of all the bullshit emissions, I'm gonna actually go buy some older trucks.
Exactly.
Jason's getting on the thing right now for you.
Oh, you a cash truck guy. What about that what is it, DPF filter? That's something I need to.
Yeah,
they say mine will crack. Something I gotta get replaced now. Or I can wait a little while.
It depends on how severe it's cracked.
I'm gonna say
through it and stuff. I'd run it, but if it's falling apart and deteriorating, I wouldn't chance it because it's up there, go downstream. They give you all sorts of trouble and stuff. And see about getting it replaced, or as Andrew would say, get rid of the cancer.
So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get a whole lot of hate, but I don't give a fuck. So I've been deleting trucks since 2008. We're in 25, right?
That was HT Logistics that said that.
Said what?
About the filter.
Oh. Yep.
No, I've heard Jason say that shit. But yeah, man.
That from Andrew.
Yeah.
But the cancer, I like that.
A lot of y'all don't remember about HT Logistics, do y'all?
No, I remember him up there had Mr. Green that old what was that old Interstate Green up there truck and stuff. Then he ended up getting that classic. Up there, then he disappeared on me and stuff for that. I was kind of sad.
So since you brought it up, let's talk about it.
Okay.
You're good. We'll talk about it, right? But before we do, I'm gonna just tell you this, right? I delete the motherfucker my goddamn self. Give them their whatever 22,000, 25, delete it, not worry about it no more. That's what I would do. Don't try to chase the fucking rabbit, you know what I'm saying? And fix this. That's my opinion. Everybody's gonna hate me for it. People do as they wish, right?
I ain't gonna hit him up there, ask you up there, where's this? So what button do I hit?
Who's got the back feed? So here's what's crazy about YouTube, right? You guys notice when certain people, now I don't have nobody in mind, right? But you guys can fill in the blanks as you wish. Some people, when they do real good, they're on YouTube. They're all excited. They're the best. Their way's the best. Everything's the best. Fuck everybody else. But then when shit's bad and their business plan,
come back, then you can drive.
And their business plan got blown up on smoke and caught on fire. Who's got the bat? Let me see. Guys, check yourself and see who's got the back feed. But have you noticed that when shit's bad, they like disappear? They don't come back and say, "Hey, man, I fucked up, man. This shit's fucked up." There's a lot of owner operator, lease operators, whatever the fuck you want to call these guys. They went company, so they get off YouTube. You won't see them back until they get a truck somehow. They'll come back and make videos again. What's your take on that?
I agree.
You agree with what?
Just can't live up to the hype.
With what you said. People coming out here just talking about the good shit.
Yeah.
Well, I agree and kind of agree, but my well, even if I can't speak for nobody else, but with my channel, I started my channel in the beginning when I was with KLLM on a document my journey type basis. So I did that was like 5 to 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And then but once I started leasing or whatever, and I was trying to get my trucks paid off, I just got rid of my channel altogether because I was focused on trying to get the trucks paid off. I didn't have time to be doing all the extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that was my main focus. I just shifted my focus to what I felt was more important at the time. And then once I got them, once the first one got paid off, and then the second one was like a month later or something like that, then I came back to YouTube, not as like, I was running away from the hard times, but it just had to focus on what I was doing at the time. That makes sense.
And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But one thing I want to say, man, like if you're a creator and or as they say, like I do not consider myself a guru, right? But a lot of people title a lot of different people gurus, right? But you have people that get titled a guru and then their whole situation was wrong and they become company. They should go ahead and film their company situation, man, and tell the story, because I know they're embarrassed, right? Because someone titled them a guru. Their whole business plan and structure was bullshit and they failed, right? But I think people can learn from all that shit. And I tell people that, right? You guys can laugh because you guys bring up Coach. People can laugh at Coach, but you can learn from Coach.
I just had this conversation today.
Yeah, I had this conversation today.
If he came back and said, listen, these are all the mistakes I made, and rather than come back trying to give advice and do all this and that, I'm just going to be showing you my journey. I'm going to take you along my journey rather than trying to teach you how to do everything, because you can't call yourself a teacher if you failed that damn much. And there's nothing wrong with failing, but you just can't come back acting like you're a teacher. So he probably could have just came back a little bit more humble and acted like, I mean, he was humble. I will give him that. But instead of being like still trying to be a coach, just watch me come back from the ashes or some shit like that, rather than, whatever this is he's trying to do now.
Bro.
And I think that would have been great.
Start a company, man. It's a startup company, dog. You go back to Lisa Truck from a startup company? What the fuck?
Well, he's quit there,
Josh,
since then.
What's your take on all that, Josh? You see all these lease guys just fucking up, going all bad, and then they turn around and talk about fuck these leasing, man. I'm gonna go. What's your take on all that, Josh? Because you guys are on the same team.
I feel like I go back to the same. It's a drama. Guys need home time. Guys want this. The guys want that. They got too many needs instead of being a businessman. You feel me? That's what I'm gonna say. That I'd rather be a businessman than have a need. This is me.
Yeah. Hey, Chasen, we see you sitting in the corner, man. What do you want to say about all this?
He got a wife, she's sick, and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? He got business, got his house, and all that. Hey, that's a lot, bro, on a man's plate. And you out here leasing a truck. They don't, you know what I'm saying? I mean, $1,400 to $1,600 a week.
Yeah.
And you out here doing dancing in front of a fucking truck. Like, come on, bro.
Dude, I still could add out there, watch that a few different times. I'm out there. He just not coach.
At least be able to dance.
He wasn't astute to that.
Come on,
Like
man.
that. Oh man.
Why not get your own fuel card? Why? Oh, the 99 cent. Oh, okay. Get your own fuel card. Now your check is more.
Well, I'm pretty sure they got a rule of stipulation against that.
I used to work at the Hirschbach, man. That shit. If you don't follow they route to the T, you're not gonna pay 99 cents. They're gonna charge you out of route miles, all type of shit.
Golly.
It's just a catch, right? 99 cent, and then they take it away from you when you do
You
something,
gotta
whatever they
stop
don't
over here
like.
and get 40 gallons over here. You gotta stop over to get 65 gallons over there. It just you gotta follow the route to the T. You go out of route, they're gonna charge you out of route mile.
Now you're $1.39 a mile, and you got to pay. You go to Cali, pay $5 a gallon. You just lost money.
Yeah. So
I think people, and when they get into the game, I think they first 5 years they should buy all the stuff that they want, like personally, like houses and cars. So by the time they get burnt out of it, when they get to about 5 or 10, 6, 7 years, and you have to go back and you're like, fuck this shit over the road, all your stuff could be paid for. You know what I'm saying? You'll
Yeah.
go back to some stuff, but that's really what happens. Like people, they'll work for 10, 15 years out here. Then once they get tired of rolling, then they still don't have nothing to go back home to because they didn't utilize the money that they were making. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
And so, like,
Yeah.
that's what I used to tell my students, like my little youngsters, when they was getting the truck with me. All of them, that's all they want to go, and like they situations be, now, all they want to do is fight and kill each other and shit. You know what I'm saying? But now they already made this step to a different path. So now, as like you say, Lloyd, you talk about content creators, like that's what he used to do. He used to get on the computer, or not the computer, but get on his phone on his breaks, and he'll be watching all kind of content creators, and such and such said this about this, and they said this. You heard this, so they be consuming the content, but it's just like you say, it's up to the content creator to make sure that they putting out the right stuff, because you could be leading these people in the wrong direction when they out here to change their lives and stuff.
somebody just
Like,
says, how could he make more money with his own fuel card? The reason why you can make more money with your own fuel card, you can control the narrative. You can control the narrative. You can control the situation.
I don't think it would make much difference with companies
It'll make a
like
big difference because he get
Hirschbach.
his whole damn check. He wouldn't bring home no 16. You mean tell me you're gonna run 3,000 miles and bring home $1,600 with a 99 cent fuel card? No.
But at the same time, okay, I get what you're saying. But at the same time, you're not counting that still a fuel bill still got to be paid.
It still gotta be
Yeah,
paid,
he
but
might see more, but
you
then on the
you you'll
back end,
bill
it's like you still got to pay the fuel bill.
you will be billing business credit for one. You get the discounts for two, and you can get your whole damn check minus your fees.
Let me ask all you guys a question. Now I don't know how many is you got your own trucks. I don't give a fuck how you got it or a company. But for those of you guys that have leasing or you bought a truck or cash truck or whatever, right? Would you run for $1.30 a mile?
No, I would.
Not
Man, I can't
consistently.
do
I
that
might
with
do
no
it case
dollar
by
30.
case.
No.
So you guys all
Can't do nothing but
you guys
leave that
all
on the dock.
agree. Yeah. So you guys all agree, fuck that $1.30 a mile.
I've
Well,
literally had my
that prime a
company up
dollar
there had
30
me
is not a
sit
dollar 30.
waiting for a better load. So
What's
all
that?
we got is up. I was up there stuck in the area. My company was up there looking for loads, and everything around was only $1.40, $1.30 up there. I told her about that. Don't even bother. I'll sit for the weekend. Fuck that shit.
Now, what'd you say, hippie?
If you ever hear anybody at Prime saying I did this load for $1.40 or $2.10 or whatever it is, they're usually giving you that number after the cut has been taken out. So that's the net, if that makes
Yeah, no,
sense.
I'm not even talking about Prime. I mean, I'm talking about your favorite lease driver,
Well, yeah. So what I'm saying is, I don't know when he says
Hirschbach.
$1.30. Is that the same? Well, he's running miles though, isn't he?
Is he?
I don't think they pay. I don't think they pay like
Yeah,
I think they pay by the mile.
Yeah, I don't think they're
Are they percentage?
I don't think so.
No, they're by no. He said he gets paid by the mile.
Yeah. So yeah, they mile.
$1.30, $1.30, or $1.39 or some shit. $1.36, some bullshit.
Yeah, that's how KLM do it too. They structure by the mile.
Yeah, so if he's saying whatever he's running, he's still not. He's saying 99-cent fuel, but if you don't get the fuel surcharge, there's the 99 cents right there.
You know, I tried to explain that on a live stream, and he didn't get it. He didn't understand that if you get the proper fuel surcharge, you won't pay shit on fuel, especially with the fuel card getting a discount on top of that. That's probably what Josh is talking about. But I mean, so we can all agree, fuck that $1.39 a mile bullshit, right?
Mm-hmm. Like I just said, bro, if he go out of route, if that motherfucker don't follow the fuel routing plan, they're gonna charge you $1 a mile, dog. $1 plus a mile if you go out of route. You go 50 miles out of route to get fuel. They had to give you a reroute. They're gonna charge you for that. Plus, you paying maintenance for the truck a mile. So, like, bro, your check is ate up in all the expenses. That's why you ain't bringing home for $1,400.
Yeah.
They want you to go get 30 gallons over here, 40 gallons over there, then fill up over here. Bro, nah. Stupid,
no,
bro.
but the whole thing, man, was, I mean, since he's brought up, right, I'll speak on something. We'll switch people or whatever, but his last check, he was negative 600, and then the following one, he had a $1,200 referral, and so his check was $1,400. So if you take out the referral, he only made $200. So in 2 weeks, he profited. In 2 weeks, he profited $100 a week.
Okay.
Jason, you said you'll run for $1.39 a mile? Jason.
Nah, man, we can't do nothing with that. No, I ain't never put no load below $2 a mile, man. Yeah, but you know, you got your own authority, man. It's almost impossible to find $1.45 anyway. You got really put in some hard work to look for some prices that low. All that $1.45, that shit come with people that's leased on the carriers where you get prices that low. You know, DAT load board, man, you have to hunt that shit down trying to find $1.45.
Hey, your boy, the good brother, said it depends. What up, Josh?
I don't play, bro. I ran 3. I netted $2,800. It's Friday, bro. Friday.
Hang on, let me figure out how to. Let me solo you out. Let me figure that out here.
Hold on.
Go ahead. Show these people some money. I can't. There we go. Josh has cleared $2,839. What up, Robert?
I ran 3 loads, bro. And my gross was 9,000. $120. Come on, man. Stop playing,
9,000
man.
gross.
Stop playing with me, man.
How many miles?
And I booked my own load, so.
It's up there. See up there.
2,900 miles.
What they can have from you potentially.
2,900 miles, bro. I don't even run the 3,000-4,000 miles no more, bro. I don't even do all that no more. I'm on the load board. I'm on the DAT load board, booking reefer freight.
Oh, they let you book your own over there?
Yes, sir. I got SX to the DAT load board. I call, bro, get the MC number. That's it. Get the rate con. That's it, bro. And I get the full rate con. I don't get no partial
and y'all
rate con.
do hazmat over there?
You do hazmat too as well. I don't have hazmat, but we do. I got 3 years on the truck. I'm gonna pay my truck off. I ain't got no desire to go nowhere. Actually, I'm a partner with the owner anyway, so we got a deal. I gotta get to New Jersey. We don't have a deal. He's gonna open up my authority for me, give me 5 trucks and shit. So he got a deal
How
with
much is
MK
that
Truck
reefer
Sales.
unit?
I
Are
pay
you
5
buying
cents.
it or just lease?
Yeah, no, you buying the reefer, the truck and the trailer.
And how much is the trailer?
I pay $5.75 a week for the truck. I mean for the trailer and the insurance. I got 5 years on the trailer and 3 years on the truck. And this
That's
is
So we got
$2,300 a month for the trailer and the
okay.
cargo insurance.
Let's go to last week's check. Same thing. I'm gonna go back to last week's check settlement. Bro. I don't play, bro.
you're good, Josh. You're good, brother.
Mhm.
We
Yeah,
know, man. We already know.
yeah, I don't play, bro. I just do what I do, man. I mean, it's common sense, man. You don't know how to make money, then just say you don't know how to make money.
You think it's common sense, homeboy, but I don't know,
Common sense
man.
ain't common.
I don't think making money in trucking is common sense, man. I see a lot of crazy, weird ass situations
no,
goes
it's
on,
not.
bro. So we got Trip. Is this Trip from Hirschbach?
Yeah. What's up? What's up?
So tell us about that $1.39 a mile situation.
Well, first of all, it ain't no $1.39. It's less.
No.
$1.39 is if you're running like 200 miles. Okay, so most loads are gonna pay like $1.24, $1.25 or whatever.
God
So
damn.
yeah, that's like your 600 to 800 mile runs. That's what it's gonna be, and you could definitely get a fuel card, so you can save on that 99 cent. Because I did a video earlier today, but I have to redo the math. Hirschbach's making money off of you on that 99 cent. They ain't doing that for free. But
Them brand new ass trailers ought to tell you that.
Man, what's $1.24?
Hey, really
oh
quick,
man,
let me hang on. We gotta give some respect in the comment section. My boy Pac is in the building, man. Shout out to you, Pac, man. Like I always appreciate solid individuals, bro. You know that stand on business, man. And that's my boy Pac right there, man. So shout out to you, Pac, man. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, what's $1.24?
that's just what they give you, $1.25 for, it's like a scale. So you'll have like 200 to 400 miles, then you'll have 600 to 800 miles,
Oh,
a
that's what they
thousand
pay all
miles.
the drivers.
All the lease drivers, yes.
Yeah,
Oh my God, it gets worse.
yeah.
Yes.
They run.
So
Wow.
I don't know
So
That's
how I
that's
do
why
it.
the
hang on,
fuel
hang on, hang on,
99 cent right there.
hang on. Let's pause real quick. I gotta admit when I'm wrong. God damn it, as a man. My apologies, guys. I was getting out wrong information. I thought it was $1.39. I didn't realize it was $1.24. My apologies,
He
man. Go ahead,
he
man.
might have said that
Appreciate
because
the correction.
that is one of our things, like $1.39, $1.35, but $1.39 is like 200 miles.
Like yeah, like I
We
said,
even have one
so
that's a
it
dollar
depends on what
seventy.
lane.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how
depends on.
KLM do it. They do it by the miles. Depending on how many miles, that's how much you get paid.
Is
Yeah,
that
so
with a
Per
like
reefer
mile.
or a driver in?
Huh?
it's with a reefer.
Reefer?
Yeah, it's with a
Oh
reefer.
my God.
Yeah,
But
that's
to
A
they.
get the
dollar? God damn it.
to use
$1.24.
it,
So
it goes all the way down to $1.12. It goes
yeah.
all the
So
way down. I can send you the sheet. It goes all the way down to $1.12 a mile.
Hey Trip,
So
you
I
see
could,
my email,
yeah.
man. Send me the information, man. We gotta get the truth out there, but this shit.
Hey,
God
when I was
damn.
at KLLM, I went to the hazmat side, Eco Shield. Them folk, and they were talking about leasing, talking about paying $1.10 a mile for fuel plus fuel surcharge. I said for hazmat? I think not.
Oh wow, yeah. So you have to
Hey,
get.
KLLM used to pay percentage. Josh, tell them why they
no,
don't pay percentage, man.
no.
Tell them
They
what
bought
They
in whoever that guy was that came in and and screwed
I
all
was
that
over there
up.
on the bottom.
My
I was
homeboy
on the
used to drive
bottom.
for KLLM.
Josh is the reason they went from percentage to
No,
a dollar some
no,
a mile.
I wasn't even over there near the percentage. So I don't even know what them guys
Man,
paying.
come on,
I was
Josh. You
on
remember, man?
I was $1 a mile loaded and 99 cents a mile empty when I was over there.
You wasn't over there when they
Yeah.
were percentage?
No, no sir. I
nah,
don't know nothing about the percentage.
because I know when I started.
That must have been Miss Diva Trucker then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
I went through them and got my CDL. And they was doing the scale, that sliding scale with the dollar per mile
Hey,
shit. So
But
When
don't you think that motherfucking scale should be sliding up, not down?
no,
God
it's slide
damn.
down,
That's
bro. It's
yeah,
slide
when
yeah,
down.
that's literally
when
up there
Ke-
how they got. The
when
shorter you
Ke-
go, the more per mile they pay you.
when Keller Lynn was on percentage, everybody in the parking lot had a Mercedes Benz, had a goddamn, they had a Rolls
yep.
Royce when it came.
My homeboy
Josh,
was telling me
nah,
that
now that I
story.
think about it, it was
I
your
wasn't over
fault.
there.
It
It's just not
was
my
your fault.
fault.
It's It's because they headed to where they were paying $2,000 per referral. You started cleaning up on the referrals, and they realized they were paying you too much money.
They had big change for percentage before I ain't got over there, bro.
Yeah,
Man,
Josh
you
been on the
had like
referral.
30 people go over there, and they said, "Damn, man, all these people over here, we paying percentage. Let's just change this shit to $1 a mile." And that's
Man,
when you
stop
dipped
trolling
up
me,
and
man.
left. Man, I'm for real.
You got to roll, Chase.
Cause I remember you used to be like, you used to be like, if you come to orientation, I give you 1,000 orientation.
I never knew nothing about the percentage. I don't even know what they paid percentage. I don't know. When I went
Man,
to the
come on, Josh.
they paid $1 a mile, loaded plus fuel surcharge, and empty 99 cents or 99 cents a gallon. I mean a mile.
Hey, Josh, how much you make on that Roadrunner referral?
Roll runner. I made
Yeah, I was fucking with you over at
Letting for AK.
Roadrunner.
I can't remember. I can't remember what I made, but I made so much money that they can't live. I mean,
see, there it is right there. See, tell Josh.
Hold up, man. Hold up. Hang on, Josh. Hang on. Let's pause this whole shit, right? It's gonna turn into a shit show. Let's get back to this $1.24 a mile bullshit.
Yeah.
See,
So
it
you
ain't
can
bad.
get out.
Hang on. It ain't bad enough that it's $1.24 a mile. Like with a cash truck, you're $1.24, but then you got to put on that big ass fucking $1,000 month lease or $1,000 week lease payment on top of $1.24. That
Man,
hurts.
yeah. So you could gross like 4,500, and then you're gonna pay like around $1,900, $2,000 a week. So you're left with whatever after that.
Appreciate that, hippie.
10 cents a mile, right? Then you got your IFTA, so it's like 13 cents a mile basically coming out. Then you got 99-cent fuel, but you can't get the fuel.
Oh shit, we lost your Trip. God damn it, we lost old Trip.
I want to know.
Yeah,
I want to know. I want to know what possessed you Trip to go over there. Was it the graphics on the truck or the trailer? I mean,
oh man, I mean that was
fuel,
really
Josh.
crazy.
The 99-cent fuel, goddamn it.
No. I live in Florida. They have a terminal right there in Tampa. So I was like, oh, I could get back in and out, But like, I haven't been doing bad here. Like, I'm getting like my 15 to 2,000. Like, I don't know what happened to Coach. I don't know why he was so. I don't know why he went home and was like, yo, I'm 600 in the negative. I don't know. I don't understand that. So there must have been something more to the story that we don't know about. But I do know most people that I went to orientation with, they ain't there no more. No.
He was up there
I
trying to
wouldn't be
run
there
some
either if I was making
some sort of
1,500.
contract. He was up there trying to run some certain lane up around where a coach up there lived in northern Kentucky. Up there kind of out in the middle of nowhere.
he try to do these purchases and try to enjoy a whole time at the same time. It just don't mix, though. It don't mix, man. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I've been doing this shit a long time. It don't mix, bro.
Everybody I know up there leasing up there that's successful at it don't go home like ever.
No, you gotta do. I run bonus to bonus, so I never end up in the negative. But I came here so I didn't have to deal with the Russians and get my health and my mental together. That's it. Build my foundation, get the cash truck, and I'm out.
Well, let's talk about this, man. Let's help people who want to lease for a second. Is there any good ass lease companies out there? I mean, Josh just showed a $2,800 paycheck. Josh just showed a clear paycheck where goddamn Hirschbach is almost grossing. So are we? He showed a $9,000 gross, taking home 28, where Hirschbach shows a $4,500 gross. Here's my thing I talked about in my previous lives, right? The fucking money is there. They're just not giving it to you. There's no way in hell that Josh's company got some special load board, or whatever the fuck they do it. It don't matter. But as big as Hirschbach is, they're afraid is that damn terrible where their guys only get 4,500 gross. You know what I'm saying? They're still in the
third
money,
largest refrigerator.
Yeah,
they're the third largest refrigerator.
They got to be taken from the top, bro. Like, there's no fucking way in hell.
Well, of course. I mean,
there's no way. Huh?
The reefer freight is paying them $3 a mile.
There's
I
no
mean,
need
they
to
a
pay
bigger
from the
carrier.
top when they
They
paying
probably haul reefer
what they
freight for under
pay.
$3. Yeah, they
Yeah,
just
so
pay the
like,
drivers a set fee of $1.24. That ain't how much they get the freight for.
oh,
Like I
definitely
Hey,
said,
not.
look,
look at
No.
all them brand new ass trucks and them brand new ass reefers.
I wouldn't give a. I will drive a 1954 if I can keep a whole $9,000 check over fucking $600.
Man,
Like, I'm just
and
saying.
$600 in the hole. Not even, God damn.
Yo, that was in the hole too, so it's gonna take him two,
Oh,
3 weeks to get out the hole.
Jeez.
Oh man, that's why he quit.
So I don't
Nah,
know
I
why.
mean,
I don't know why,
well,
but
so
I
here,
could take out
so
3 days and still gross 8-9 thousand at this motherfucker, bro. I mean, this is what it is.
yeah.
hey, you a bad man. You a bad man. That's all I know. You doing it big time.
Mm.
Me, I developed
Hey,
that GERD shit running with the Russians. I couldn't handle it no more. I had to say, "Ooh, I'm about
hey,
to
but think
die
about
out
this.
here."
But think
Yeah,
about
I
this.
know.
What if Josh? Let's look at this real quick, Josh.
Mhm.
What if Josh had a brand new cash truck,
Woo!
$9 grand gross?
Shit.
That's all his.
Take about 7.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm trying to get like my childhood hero, chasing Andrew Jackson, and get that 15,000 cash truck. Work on it over the year, and then leave these guys.
Yeah, that's what I told a lot of my mentees, bro. Like, you know, I'm not saying chasing. I'm just saying, like a long time ago,
Finna say,
there was a guy.
finna say
That,
I out myself up there. I paid 15.5 for mine.
yeah, I was talking to James today, right? Because everybody thinks an amount of a truck determines the condition of the truck, and it don't.
Oh
Like my
yeah.
blue truck that I'm putting the new engine in it. I can say fuck truck and fuck it and sell it for $15,000. That means it's less of a truck because it's $15,000 with brand new everything. Hell no, that's a win for some. It's a moneymaker, right? And you can look at $100,000 trucks with the big piles of shits. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever get confused on how much a truck is towards what kind of condition is it in. You know?
You seen them oil field trucks? They going for like 10 grand, 12 grand right now.
Yeah,
I fucked up.
I
I'll
mean,
be
they
out
so
on it
built,
up
they
there.
deep to hell.
That's because of the foreigners got to leave America.
I fucked up, and I
Yeah, they
bought that
selling that to
silver
get
three.
on the plane.
Say yeah,
I bought
fire
that
sale, yeah.
silver. Check this out. I bought that silver 389, right? I forgot what year it was. It was 2016. I bought that bitch in Texas, right? I said, hell yeah, Texas. There ain't no rust in Texas. That motherfucker came from the oil field, bro.
Sand everywhere.
Man, bro. I ran out of fucking fuel on that motherfucker because they had one tank. I checked for the fuel, like, yep, I got fuel in this motherfucker. Well, I didn't know that fuel tank was turned off. Like they unplumbed it. I had to
Oh
go to the
wow.
goddamn, you know that shop I told you in Texas, Justin Sargents went over there.
Yeah.
Kind of find out the pickup tube was shot in the fucking fuel tank. That's why they had that bitch disconnected.
Damn.
Like, god damn, I had to order a whole brand new fucking fuel tank, pickup tube. Like, I was there for like a week or two. You know what I'm saying? And god
Yeah.
damn, bro. Like these oil field trucks, if that motherfucker says, hey man, I got an oil truck for sale. I mean, unless you know somebody like chasing something, run like a motherfucker, man. Run as fast as you can till your lungs won't let you do it no more.
It's a
It's
good deal
crazy.
if you have a mechanic or you mechanically inclined.
Well, you know, I'm gonna be biased with my thing. But now I worked at Keller,
Absolutely.
so I got two companies to choose from. I'm gonna say Prime. As you asked, what's the best lease company? Hello.
Man, look at the hustle on flow. What? So
Oh
Cal, a
yeah, I was
guy
gonna.
trying to sell me a 2011 Cascadia for 4,500. He posted on Facebook 9 months ago for 20,000. It's been deleted. He dropped it 6,000 and 4,500 with updated parts. You think it's a scam? It's hard to
Nope.
tell, bro. Because if I say yes, I could be wrong. If I say no, it could be wrong, right? But it's Facebook, so
That's
find out
worth
when he
looking
created the
into.
Facebook. Go down to his like posts and see how what the oldest post. You guys ever seen these fucking females? They want to be seeing a goddamn fucking friend request. You're like with this crazy ass model picture, like what the fuck? Why is this bitch sending me a fucking friend request? and it's got a. We'll use the name Jennifer, right? Next thing you know, you scroll down to the bottom, and Jennifer name stops, and now the motherfucker's name was Michael. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's like some weirdo shit on that, so just be careful.
Yeah,
Yo, let me ask y'all
definitely up
something
there
about.
investigating selling it.
Let me ask y'all something about the Prime. Now, I heard a bunch of guys saying they putting drivers in. Is Prime hiring the drivers, or are you guys recruiting the drivers?
You talking for fleets?
Yes, sir.
You pretty much get your own. Now they bring them in. You just, I'm gonna say that's a loaded question.
Here, oh, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I'm not bringing drivers off the street to Prime. No. So if you recruit them, you're recruiting already drivers that are already Prime drivers that have already been in the program. That makes sense.
Right.
So I'm not outside recruiting drivers to come to Prime to drive my truck, but I could if I wanted to, but they would have to pass all the Prime's criteria and all that kind of stuff, and that's just more of a headache. So most of the time, they got like a lot of little Facebook groups or whatever, and you can find drivers, no problem.
Well,
it's not as hard as people.
Yeah, so through the years, Marco shared a lot with me, right? So Prime would have a student, and they offered it to Marco, and Marco would train the student and decide if he wanted to put him in a truck or not, based off his abilities, right? If he liked the dude or not. Down the road, what Prime did too is his drivers, which was crazy, right? So Prime thinks they own those drivers that drive for you. At one point in time, so when the dude brought the Pokemon truck, when I bought it off Marco, I think it was that guy. He actually went and leased with Prime. So Prime was going to Marco's driver and say, "Hey man, don't worry about." Oh shit, we got an echo, Josh. I think Josh said messed up for a second. Copy, Josh. Hello? There, it's fixed. So they went to his drivers, man, and said, "Hey man, look, we'll give you a good deal on the lease truck." Wow. And he quit Marco and went leased on himself.
Oh.
Of that poacher bullshit.
Yeah, that's a vulture right there. Now I was just wondering how they get the drivers, because I be hearing shit.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had any problem getting drivers, and I treat them good. So once they get in my program, they pretty much stay here for forever. So unless they leave, I had a driver left and with the Walmart, and I had a driver left that he left and went lease too. So, but for the most part, my experience has not been bad getting drivers. And as far as who they belong to or whatever, technically they are Prime's company drivers.
Someone's getting tires done.
Yeah, I'll get
once a week. If you guys watch my title, once a week I'm gonna put. I don't know. I think I'll title like open platform or open something. Yeah. So once a week, you know, I want all you guys to feel welcome. Whoever's watching, whatever. We're gonna jump on the panel and just talk about whatever the fuck you guys feel we need to talk about trucking, or you know what's going on with you or somebody else or something like that. Because the reality is the more people that help people on trucking, I think is always the best. You know. Yeah.
Let's see, another thing about like the Prime thing.
Yeah.
Like they get, like I'm not an ambassador for Prime. If you watch my videos, I'm probably the worst spokesperson they could ever have, because I criticize everything you say. I say pretty much the same thing too. But
okay.
But for me, is like I run a fleet within Prime, so basically the drivers are paying off my trucks just like they paying off Prime trucks. It's really the same.
Are you in the A fleet, or are you actually under their authority?
Nah, I'm still running their authority.
Okay.
So once the drivers, they pretty much doing the same thing that they doing for Prime, except I'm the one that got all the responsibilities, being that they're my trucks. That makes sense. But at the end of it, this is what you get. You get the title to the truck.
Yeah.
So now This right here is a 23 Freightliner Cascadia, paid off in full, that I can go in. If I wanted to go lease this out, I can go lease it out. And I didn't have to technically pay for it. I had same way Prime does, but the thing what they do is they take it and then they sell it through Pedigree. That's their set. So they don't even keep the titles to they don't even want the titles to the trucks. They're running a multi-layer. I ain't gonna call it a scam, but it's the multi-layer operation.
You know what you're thinking. You know what you're thinking.
It's not. It's not a scam.
Come on, you know the situation.
They're not lying to you. They not lying to you though.
That's the thing.
you as the driver, you chose to do that. You chose to go lease.
No, it all starts with us and ends with us, bro. Always, man. Always.
That was had a choice.
I can't get mad at no company, bro. I mean, just like Hirschbach, I mean, goddamn trips in $1.24 a fucking mile.
Yeah, like, I'm killing it, bro. I'm killing it.
Yeah.
I say you better hurry up and hit up one of them Tampa truck sales, one of them auctions down there.
Oh man,
I've seen some good deals on some trucks down there. You can cash out on down there in Florida and stuff now.
Yeah, Florida Facebook.
Bro, how in the fuck? We gotta keep it always a buck, always, bro. How the fuck is mother gonna save over a truck at $1.24 plus a lease payment?
How?
Well,
you said how?
Yeah.
How?
I mean, it depends on where he lives at in Florida and stuff for that, because up to certain parts of Florida, pretty cheap living too.
No, I don't live in the cheap part.
Damn.
It's just long term. Like, you know, I gotta stay out on the road and I gotta hit at least 1,500, hopefully more. Then I take the bonus if I can get it and save up the money there that way.
Let me ask you a question. Whoever's going to talk, go ahead, bro. I didn't mean to cut whoever that was off.
I was up there basically to ask him up there. So after all of his payments and expenses and stuff, whatever, what are you able to put away right now for driving for Hirschbach?
About a week, I put about $650 away a week.
And that's after handling all your bills and everything as well?
Yes, that's after all my bills. Like, I know exactly what my bills are. So if I break it down all the way to like per mile, how much profit there is for me, depending on the mileage, I got it for 2,500 and 3,000. We're looking at the old school days of 32 cents up to like 47 cents per mile.
I'm gonna go live one day. We're gonna really start looking at some companies, man, see what they're really paying. Because I heard they're paying like 60, 70 cents a mile. But really quick, Fran, don't get in your feelings about these mega carriers. She says, Fran. She says, everything those megas do is legal. Look, I ain't got no problem. Look, I ain't got no problem with none of that shit. If those motherfuckers want to come and rob out your pockets and you're smiling and say thank you, who the fuck am I to say something different? You know what I'm saying? Ain't my business. Fuck it. If you like it,
I'm not happy.
It,
I'm not like, oh yes, Mr. Hirschbach, take my money, but it's just my situation right now, and it works for me at the particular moment. But you know, in Florida, there's like local jobs, they don't pay shit, and I had some tanker job that was, but we had an all-time high drought season, so all the water dried up, and so I came back to Hirschbach.
And I don't think Prime
man.
Out of Florida either, do they? They started hiring out of Florida.
Oh, I don't know.
Prime? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think they hired.
I mean, Prime might be a better suit for you though, bro.
Because they rejected me.
Oh, did they? Because I know Prime. If you just lease and don't do lease purchase, if you just finish out one of the leases, they cash you out at the end of that shit.
A Russian company said I abandoned the truck and then recanted that statement, but they were like, yeah, but it's all good. Like, I still got here, and they had the same response, and then they recanted it. Like they there's another person with my same name, and they thought it was me.
Hey, as long as you're making money, man. Yeah, as long as you're making money, that's all I give a fuck about, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck if you paid all your bills. You got 200 a week extra or whatever, bro. It's the hey man, they got me for my whole check. Hey, I made $16. Hey, I went over here on vacation. Now I'm stuck. They took my whole, it's
I
that
haven't
bullshit.
I haven't had that happen here, and I haven't even had that happen with the Russians. Like I never, like I don't know. I did the company stuff. I did like one lease, and I never had that happen. Like where I was in negative with them or anything like that. I just the miles, like running 5,000 miles, all the 20-hour next day. Like that just caught up to me over time. I put on weight, and I just want to fix myself.
Now, at least you were smart enough to know your limit and got out.
Well, I'm looking at getting back in because the money's slow here. Like you also have to have that mentality at her spot.
Yeah.
So I say, 15,000. It's probably gonna be more than that. Maybe I can find something less, but either way, I gotta still keep working so I can build up more again, right? Can't just spend it all at once. So I have to have the mentality of, okay, this is gonna be a year at least, maybe 2 years. It's just slow money. It's just trickling.
Yeah.
It's the turtle race at Hirschbach. It's not fast. It's a turtle race here. You could do it, but you got to keep working.
As long as you walk forward, man, not fall down and walk backwards. Because I just don't understand how motherfuckers are excited about going backwards. That's all.
You could go backwards here real quick if you go home too long, and you don't
Isn't
do
that
that
crazy?
formula. You got to do the formula.
Yeah, but isn't that shit crazy about trucking, man? Like, if you go home, you're penalized.
Basically.
Like, that shit's crazy as a motherfucker right there. I mean, I know Josh don't ever want to go home. He tells you why. He says, fuck that shit. There ain't shit in Mississippi. What am I going home to? Shit. Look at alligators?
Damn it.
But, shit. I don't know, man.
Nah, that shit is boring. That shit boring out there where I live, bro. It's so fucking boring. Like, man, fuck that.
It's peaceful to
But
me.
Josh, you're a youngster, man. You should move somewhere where you get excited to go home to.
I'm going to Vegas, man. I told you I'm gonna hit the Vegas.
Hell yeah, shit! I guarantee you won't be bored no goddamn Vegas. I'll hook you up with my nephew, man. Shit, he'll show you how to get down and party.
I don't do no party.
See what Josh? See, that's what I was saying. It's subjective. See what Josh called boring, I call peaceful. You know what I mean? Relaxing. Yeah, I have it no other way.
So, like I said up there, sure, you got me inspired out there. Found me some property down around Mississippi. Now, so he said it's cheaper, peaceful, and I like quiet.
Out there with them folk. I was watching Josh, one of your lives one time. You was out there. You got some cows around your house, don't you?
No, across the street. There was a white guy got cows. He got about 300 cows over there.
Yeah. That's it.
God damn. Think about that shit. It's summertime. It's hot as a motherfucker, and those things are shitting in the fucking thing. And here goes the breeze. Yeah, free air freshener. Free air freshener for everybody.
Yeah. That motherfucker got so much money, man. That dude.
Yeah, that's what that money at. That was y'all playing on that.
He got number black Angus. He got number black Angus, bro. He don't fuck with no milk cow, no dairy cow, none of that shit. He got black pure Angus, bro.
Motherfucker got some bet he got tractors and shit out there. The motherfucking tractor damn near about $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 they damn self.
He bought the land across the street. I think that's like 350 acres he bought across the street.
Yeah, that's my type of shit there. When I be driving through the cities and stuff, that's what I be waiting, ready to go back home.
Yeah, his land is like on the backside of our land, so his shit go all the way back, like way back.
Yeah,
See,
man, shit.
Hippin' there was talking about earlier, and Christian was talking about earlier about they only give us a certain amount of time to run our paid off trucks. They knocking the 19s out the fleet now, so mine's a 2022, so I still got 3 years. But once mine start rotating off, I either put them under my own authority on the other side, or I'm gonna let them and do some running, let them run logs locally.
Yeah,
that's what we got. We got a lot of chips and log companies that haul logs and what they call
once these motherfuckers. As you'll see, man. I mean, once these motherfuckers are paid off, then you get 100% of the money minus fucking a little bit of insurance and fuel.
Yeah.
Now you taking those? Oh, my bad.
Everybody wants to. everybody wants to scare everybody about maintenance and all that, and it ain't even that serious, bro. Like it really isn't.
I just spent $2,700 earlier this morning. Tired, man.
2,700. What are you doing, Josh?
I bought 7 tires for $2,700, man. Brand new tires. Yeah.
Was it you that I saw one time did a video about buying some tires? They brought that shit to your house and you made payments or some shit?
Yeah, I paid them off. Yep.
There's nothing wrong with that either, shit.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you ain't paying too much interest.
No,
Got the Chinese tires.
Yeah, I got Michigan, man. I got the Michigan tires. That shit was $8,000, man.
Rubber.
So so let me teach you guys about tires.
Rolling resistance.
I had to learn this, right? Because the 389 Pete's with 700 horsepower. I don't give a fuck if it's Michelin. Like Michelin's got smart tires. Like all these guys, they got soft rubber. And when you got big ass horsepower, you'll burn the shit out of those rubber tires, man, and they don't last for shit, right? So, I mean, I realize on the smaller trucks like the Freightliners and all that kind of shit, like you don't have those kind of problems, right? But the soft rubber is for mileage, and then they got the harder rubber, right? So Double Coins got the hard rubber. What do you call it? Bridgestones. So, they got a different kind of rubber, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, shit, when you're doing big power, man, you got to have that hard rubber tire. That shit does not last. It'll burn them up.
16 ply. Well, 16 ply should be the middle of the road.
Yeah,
But as
I
far
think
as
my next
everything
will
else,
be
get you
16 ply, man. I'm tired of running 22 ply.
Well, they can be 14 or 16, but they'll be soft rubber or hard rubber. One is for mileage and one is for whatever. But it's over here. It's 4:00 and Harley's gonna close at 5. And I send my Harley in for an oil change, and I gotta go pick that motherfucker up before they close. That's my problem today.
You mean that Harley that's not yours?
Don't start.
Which one's not mine?
Nah, that guy was like, yo.
There's rumors.
You got the Harley sponsored.
Oh yeah, the blue one. The one on my page? Yeah, that's crazy. I got videos when I got it. I got videos of the guy when I spent the money upgraded. No, I'm talking about my newer one. When I bought the Murdered Out Black one. The Road Glide. But man, everybody put your closing last words you guys want to tell folks, man. If you want to like teach them something or whatever, man, what's your closeout last words, You want to tell folks? Tell them whatever you want.
Come to Hirschbach is where it's at. Make sure you put me down in the referral. I
gotta mute his ass. I gotta mute that shit. He just said $1.24. Fuck it. If y'all motherfuckers like that shit, like all good shit, I don't give a fuck. If y'all like that shit, I'm not gonna interrupt them. I'll let them do a speech. But y'all motherfuckers want to go to Hirschbach, tripping right here. Give that man that $1,200.
Man, I'll start putting the checks on the glass. Text me first. Yeah, but it was good talking to y'all. Be safe out there on this road.
All right. Mario?
Nah, I ain't got much to say. Y'all be safe. Keep your rubbers, all that good shit. So I'll let y'all in the next go round.
Underdog?
Main thing I always up there tell y'all in chat, man, whatever you're gonna do, follow through. So you stay on, man. Up there, just wish everybody success.
Josh?
Hey, stay up, man. That's all I can do. Stay up, man. Get your money, man. Stop going to these bullshit and Elite Purchase Company.
Damn it.
Tell your lease drivers quit putting all that bullshit on the glass, goddammit.
Hey, man.
Shit. $1.24. That's some crazy ass shit, bro. I'm gonna be thinking about that shit all night, man. $1.24 shit.
I think it's $1.25.
You want to look up one that might be potentially worse up there, SoCal? Look up Riverside Transport out of Kansas City, Missouri. RTI.
Yeah. All right.
They just as bad.
Marcus, man, what you want to tell the folks?
Man, y'all be easy, man. No matter where you at in this journey, man, just keep moving forward. Stick with your plan. You'll eventually get to where you want to be, whatever that is. Because I know that's different. The end goal is different for everybody. So whatever the end goal is for you, just stick with your plan, man.
Hey, Marcus, just so you know, I want to give you your props though, bro. So, mad props, man, completing that lease, man, and getting those titles, man. Keep your focus, man. Keep your mindset, man, because you are on the right track, no matter what.
Appreciate that, man. I should have if Prime was paying me for these all this deflecting I had to do for them.
They should.
I'm gonna still say fuck Prime. So
yeah,
I mean, I'm glad you're doing good,
they was
goddamn it.
paying me,
But
they were paying me for all this deflecting I had to do for them. I'll be throwing my referral codes around. Well, anyway,
all right,
y'all be easy, brother.
All right, Justin, what do you want to say,
All
brother?
right.
Justin, Jason, and Jackson.
Yeah, man. Spot market freight right now. Drop in reefer pushing $30. Drop in reefer pushing $3.
God damn, $1.25. Fuck it.
Yeah, I need one to chase his truck.
I
Let
need
me
one to chase his
let me
truck.
lease sign. Let me lease sign.
Shit's crazy. All right, fellas, man. I appreciate everybody, man. Shit, I gotta go get this motherfucker before I gotta wait until tomorrow.
Yo, peace, y'all.
Be safe, guys. See you guys next time.